Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the next installment of our Dungeons and Dragons session. This is session number 3. And this is the Lost Mine of Phandelver campaign. It's an official D&D module published by Wizards of the Coast. And we are joined by our lovely group of player characters.
Hi.
Let's when we do the drill, we'll go in reverse order this time. Go ahead and tell me who you are and describe your character a little bit, starting with Poppy.
Hey guys, my character is Poppy Bozzeli. I'm a halfling rogue, just a young man making his way in the world, trying to get involved in, gigs, heists, thievery, and right now I'm with my homies. I'll pass it on next to Barb.
Oh, yeah, because our lovely tornado's not in yet.
We are. Surprise, surprise. Still waiting on Tornado.
Hello. I'm Echo Gillette. I'm playing Barb, Beef, a cattle herder from the mountains. Left the mountains to come look for more interesting food for my people and on a lovely adventure with some wonderful friends.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gabella. Take it away.
All right. So I am Meg, and I'm playing Gabella, who was an adventurer in her youthful days before she settled down and got married and had a family. But then, after about 36 blissful years of marriage, discovered that her husband was not as faithful as he had promised in their vows. So with the kids grown, she left his sorry butt and is now decided to relive her glory days that she had in her youth and go on adventures and stuff. Yes, as a bard.
All right. And last but not least, Steve Hase.
Steve, I'm playing Hase, young elven girl on a gap year from high school college, out trying to help the world out. She is an artificer, so she makes lots of little fun things to annoy people and hopefully help combat.
Yes, indeed. So welcome, players. Welcome, chat. If you're watching this live, glad to have all you here. Really do appreciate you guys being here and watching our adventures together. And this will be uploaded to YouTube later on. So in case you do have to leave or miss it for whatever reason, it will still be available. So without further ado, let's get into our first sponsor. No.
Raid, Shadow Legends.
Raid.
Skillshare.
Skillshare. Advance your skills and share them. Okay, let me fire up the program here. We are initializing the world, so to speak. While that's loading up, why don't I give a little recap of what happened last time?
Yeah.
So, the players were still at the Goblin hideout. Let me go ahead and load that up. That might make things a little bit easier here. So, this is the Cragmaw hideout. As you can see, everything is dead. This guy's still up, but he's actually dead. I don't think I can flip him. Well,
Didn't we keep one alive that we were gonna interrogate?
oh yes, you do have one goblin that's alive, but other than that, everything was decimated, including the players at one time. Players got into a heated battle with a bugbear, several goblins, wolves. At one point, everyone was unconscious except for Hase, and
tied together.
Not at one point. By the end.
Fighting this guy.
Only Hase up. Everybody else was down.
Yeah, and so
That's a bad sign when your artificer's the only one left.
yes, but they managed to pull through with a little help from whatever deity you serve, who also happens to be me. They made it through, and
Damn. The almighty.
The almighty.
All hail!
All hail Dan, the cream of Bailey. And anyway, they made it to the little goblin encampment here, and found someone that they had not met before, called Sildar Hallwinter, who introduced himself as an escort of Gundren, and they were attacked, and he was brought here as a prisoner. And then the party decided to set up camp in this cave, and they bunkered down for the night. I believe all of you have taken a long rest, but if not, now's the time to give yourself a long rest. Make sure your hit points are at max. And you all, after a good night's sleep, you all awaken in this dark, dimly lit cave. The sounds of water dripping in the background as you can hear the gentle roar of a waterfall in the distance. And you all wake up.
Yeah.
What did I
Good
just
morning.
sleep on?
That will never not be creepy.
You do have bedrolls, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm assuming you guys, except for Sildar, he just kind of slept on a rock.
You can use mine. I don't really use it.
He's actually still sleeping as you guys wake up, as is this goblin. So we'll just have them in kind of a sleeping position.
But which one's the little spoon?
Sleeping, yes.
He's tired. Eternally tired.
Eternal.
Eternal slumber.
Can
So
I
did
search
anyone
the
bring
cave
food?
for animals? Yeah, that's what. I don't think we have any food on us.
I have some rations.
I think I have some
Rummage
rations.
around.
Yeah, and Barb, since you are a chef now, would you like to prepare 2 treats for the party to eat?
Yes.
You do find, since this is kind of the goblins, what they call the eating cave, there are various assortments
Oh, yeah.
of
Do the goblins
meats
have
and breads
food
and
and whatnot?
cheese. So you're able to, fix that. If you would like to cook up some treats, cook up some
Yes,
breakfast for
do I-
everyone.
Should I do the chef special food?
It'll be
or
the
cook
treat, the one that you have
Treats. 2
of.
Yes. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's make up some treats. Wonderful breakfast for all of my crew.
Okay, you spot a choice ham littered among the various foods, and you go ahead and
Goblin ham.
chop that up, roast it, and make 2 servings of delicious ham steak. Who would you like
Nice.
to serve that to?
Excuse me.
We're all at full health, yeah?
Yeah.
This is.
What are
bonus
your
point.
hit points now?
It will give you temporary hit points, though.
What is everyone's hit
Ooh.
points?
I'm 17.
I'm at 18.
I'm at 15.
All right, I think I will
I
give some time
haven't leveled yet.
to
Tornado, is that you?
to Poppy.
Hey,
Hey, welcome. We'll get to you in a minute, and then you can describe your character then.
Yes. I'm going to give some ham to Poppy.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, Barb.
Yeah.
Is there
You're a growing boy.
any more
You need
sugar bread?
breakfast.
This is, oh my gosh.
Chicken.
This is just like my mom's. My mom would do it like this.
Poppy, as you consume this
Very sweet.
very filling, delicious ham steak, you can add 2 temporary hit points to your character sheet. And the way you do that is you just click right underneath where it says temp, just type a 2, and then that should save. Or you can click on your hit points, and where it says temp HP, just type it in, and there you go.
Okay.
And temporary hit points basically are kind of in addition to your normal hit points. So, like, they get depleted first when you take damage. So if you were to take 3 damage and you have 2 temporary hit points, you would lose the temporary and you would, drop your normal hit points by 1.
Okay, word.
Yeah. And then, sorry, what I missed. What did you want to do with the other steak? Were you going to eat it yourself?
How many are there, or should we do 2?
You have 2 of the really good steaks, but there are other, scraps of bread and cheese and fruits
All right, I'm
around.
gonna start by giving another yummy steak treat to my good old friend Gabella,
Thank you.
and
Okay.
then I'll probably still want to do one of the special food ones for Hase, just to boost her up.
Yeah, she's good now, but never great.
Okay.
And
So which,
Tornado is still out guarding the cart, correct?
as far as you know, yes.
And just to make sure I got it right, that's 2 temporary hit points, right?
Correct.
All right, so I added that
And
to
then-
my.
The short rest special food is just 1.
That's
you do it
for a
during
short
the
rest. So you did a long rest, which would be the treats. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you can do the short rest one.
There's no
What one
need
is-
when we take a long rest. We automatically heal back up to full hit points.
That's right.
This is to give you extra hit points when you are taking a short rest. It gives everybody a little bit more, so they don't have to spend as many resources to get more healing. The other thing to keep in mind with the temporary hit points is if you lose them, they don't come back if you're healed. They're just gone.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As you're
Can I use the short rest food also?
well, you're already at maximum hit points, so you don't need.
Not for me. Well, should I just
Everybody's at
Someone
maximum hit
explain.
points.
So you
So-
you would only make the short rest food during a short rest. All it does, it doesn't give you temporary hit points. It just gives you extra
Oh, okay,
healing
yeah.
from the short rest. So
Okay, so the special food is for like
Long
healing
rests.
up to max, and cooked treats are for temporary hit points.
correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. That's where I was getting messed up.
Yes. And as you are cooking these delicious smells, Sildar kind of perks up. Here, let me give more of a
this
friendly
one.
look.
Make them slightly more
this-
perky.
Is that bacon I smell?
It's about as close
Baby,
as we can get, I believe.
goblin ham.
Oh, lovely. I do love me a good ham.
Do we have any extra, or just what has been given to Poppy and Gabella?
There's a couple more pieces of ham. They're not it's not the prime cut, so they don't give
All right,
temporary
you can
hit points.
have the
But
scraps.
oh, thank you. I'm quite famished. Actually, I haven't eaten in quite a while. They didn't
Now
feed
I
me
feel
very
bad.
much.
Start off slow.
I feel really bad.
Oh, don't feel bad. It's of course you all need your strength after attempting that daring rescue last night.
We did all of us basically died.
Yes, me too.
It was scary.
Our goal is
Well-
to protect him.
Well, first, sorry, hand on head, so out of
Yes.
character. So I'm just to make sure. So we've saved this guy. There's the supplies from the other room that were. I don't know if it was already stated or if it was just implied that it came with Gundren, but we still don't know where Gundren is, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You can
So we-
you can ask Sildar to refresh your memory on anything he may have said last session, if you'd like.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea. So
I agree.
Sildar,
Yes.
So let's go over the sequence of events again, if you don't mind, dear.
Oh, of course. Yes. So, as I said, Gundred and I were on our way to Phandalin. He has him and his brothers, Thardan and Nundro, found the secret entrance to the Wave Echo Cave, site of the mines of the Phandelver's Pact, as you may recall. And so he was on his way to resupply his brothers as they were attempting to navigate this cave. But unfortunately, we were attacked by goblins over yonder. They took our supplies. They took my armor, my sword, as well as myself. They also they took Gundren as well. He was here for a time, but they then took him somewhere else. I heard from the goblins that someone called the Black Spider ordered that Gundren be delivered to him. I do not know who this Black Spider is, but they are certainly not to be trusted, whoever they are. Gundren also had a map with him to the location of the Wave Echo Cave, but the goblins retrieved that as well. I believe that both Gundren and possibly his map were sent to a place called Cragmaw Castle. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but perhaps someone nearby may know its location. Lastly, I was on the way to Phandalin, not only as a hired escort to Gundren, but I also wanted to investigate the disappearance of one of my close friends, who was also in the Lord's Alliance. A man named Iarno. He traveled here, well, not here, but he traveled to Phandalin about 2 months ago to try to establish order, as it's a very rough and tumble town we are trying to secure, especially if the mine reopens. There will be a lot of interested parties coming to these parts, and we want to ensure that things are going quite smoothly for the operations. But so I'd like to investigate him, what happened to him, if he's still there, if he needs help. I'm really not sure, but it's something I would like to do. And like I said, I don't have any gold or any equipment on me, but I will be able to supply your group with 50 gold if you would kindly escort me to Phandalin.
Okay, well, it sounds like gathering up those supplies in the other room and meeting up with Tornado and heading to Phandalin. That seems like our best bet to figuring out where Gundren is and the map. Because if we don't have that map, then I guess this whole journey is a little. I don't want to say useless, but I can't think of a nicer word.
Futile?
Futile, that's a good word. Oh, good word.
Thank you.
Profitable?
Profitable, yes. Although, I will be giving you profits for escorting me, and I believe you also have secured payments for a delivery as well. That's what Gundren told me before we were ambushed.
Why didn't you and Gundren wait for the party of security that you had hired?
Well, he wanted to get back to the Wave Echo Cave as quickly as possible. Like I said, his brothers and him were exploring the cave, and he wanted to bring them back some immediate supplies so that they could, explore the cave quickly.
Understood.
Just to make sure that it is in fact the site of the Forge of Spells and the Phandelver's Pact. They believe it is, but they wanted to, explore it more fully just to confirm. So he was very anxious to return to his brothers. The rest of the supplies were to come later to aid in their expedition over the next couple weeks.
It sounds like things must really be getting along if they need supplies so badly.
Yes. I mean, I don't know personally. I haven't been to this cave, but from what Gundren told me, it sounds like they are moving quite rapidly and trying to, get the mine back and running. For the quicker they do, the quicker they begin to profit, as well as the the town of Phandalin nearby would also share in these profits as, more people start to come and be interested in what the mines offer.
Let's gather up the supplies in the other room and get moving then. The sooner we get there, the
Yeah,
sooner
let's
we
go
can...
check on that tornado guy, see if he's still alive.
See if he's kept our cart safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept guard. That sounds like a good plan. Let's get frack-a-lackin'.
Certainly, I will follow. You lead the way. So as he says that, the rest of you kind of move back to the supplies in the other room. I'm just going to kind of quickly move you over here. Boop, 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 boop. So
Oh, he has a running animation?
he does. I know. I
That's
wish
cool.
I wish like I could have like a model like this for everyone, but there's not too many of them out there. Like he's from like the native RPG kit with this software, but anyway, let me double check. So these, just so you're aware, you take a look around at these, the captured stores. They are quite bulky. There are several crates, at least a dozen, maybe more, large crates. And you would need some sort of wagon to transport them. Preferably an empty one.
Big is big.
Can we search some?
What happened to the wagon that you and Gundren were traveling in?
Oh, we didn't have a
The
wagon.
leather?
We were on horseback.
What a waste of horses.
There.
I
Are
agree.
these yours or are they someone else's?
The horses were ours.
No,
The
the
horses were
supplies here.
killed.
I really.
Sorry.
How did all these supplies get in this cave? Like,
Oh.
yours or someone else's?
These are not our supplies. No. These are I believe I've seen this symbol before. I believe it's the Lion Shield merchant company that have that
No.
symbol. You see the Kragma, who are the goblins and tribes in this area, are notorious for ransacking traveling caravans and people who may be traversing on the Tribor Trail.
Okay, so these weren't. I was mistaken. I thought these were your supplies.
Oh no,
but,
these are not. Certainly, they did take my equipment, but I looked and it is not among the supplies
Can
here.
I must
can I
ask
search a
again
box?
then, why were you traveling alone?
I was traveling with Gundren.
On a road known to have travelers waylaid by goblins.
Well, I thought I could take them.
Ah, okay. I understand that.
That certainly
I-
was a choice.
I am an
We didn't see any
experienced. I did manage to slay one or two of the goblins, but they overran. There were probably a dozen of them, and we just
There were a
quickly became outnumbered.
That's okay, dear. It happens to the best of us.
I'm just happy
yeah.
I got out of there with my life, to be honest.
All right. Well, I don't think we can take all of these crates, so let's look through a few of them and see if we can
Let's search.
replenish a few things.
See what's most important.
How big is big Game Master?
Yeah.
So think like
I'm looking at these pictures and they're like 2.5 or 3 feet on a side.
yeah. Well, I'm just telling you what it says is that the characters will need a wagon to transport them. So,
They're probably like
It's-
you'd have to have
they're
two
probably
hands
very
around
heavy.
them.
Think like large sacks of grain, of flour, maybe large crates full of metal or
Is this what we're
various
finding in
supplies,
them?
ropes. Yeah.
Oh, ropes. I'm a big fan of ropes after a
Ropes are good.
Ropes are great. Let's get some ropes.
Because I lost some.
Do I have a rope? I already have a rope. Who doesn't
I
have a
don't
rope?
have a rope. I don't have
Get
a
a
rope.
rope.
I would like a rope.
Get a rope.
May I have a rope, please? Almighty
rope.
GM.
Yes, you can take one of the ropes.
Yay! Only one? Can I have two? Can I be little?
2 ropes. Double ropes.
Sure, you can have 2 ropes. There's
Aw.
Can I get
There's
an
a-
extra rope?
there's a crate of 4 of them. So
Oh well.
Who doesn't have a rope?
I don't have a rope. I need a rope.
Ropes for
Get a rope.
everyone
Ropes
gets a
for
rope.
everyone.
You get a
Everyone
rope.
gets a
You get a
rope.
rope.
You get a rope.
Sildar gets
I'm
a rope.
assuming this is the hempen.
Sildar
the
gets a
hempen
rope.
rope.
Yeah.
Speaking of ropes, Sildar kind of looks at you guys. Didn't we capture a goblin?
Where's
Oh,
the
they-
goblin? Is he tied up still?
Yeah, I
oh,
think
He
dear.
would have
still
been
tied
tied
up
up
in
and
the other-
dragged with us at this point, but
I guess we
Yeah.
could go back to him before we leave.
I mean, like, give
Yeah,
me
well,
water
let's go.
or anything?
Pet goblin. Pet goblin.
Okay, so you
I
guys
would
want to
like to
go
carry the
back
goblin.
now?
Yeah,
Yes,
Hase is gonna look.
I want the goblin.
Hase is gonna look in these crates and see if there are any like high quality pieces of steel, some ingots, anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, those would be
So
useful
while-
too if you're an artifact.
while
I also
you're
want
s-
to come back and look for gold. I doubt there will be any, but
Okay,
I
while
would
you're
like to-
searching, we'll
I
have
got that stuff
Barb
earlier.
go off on your
I'll go
own.
with Barb.
You want to go
Yeah.
with Barb? Okay.
Yeah, I want to go with Barb.
So you
Good.
and
He's strong.
you and Barb head back to
and you are healing. You
back
can
to the
heal me.
goblin, as the goblin is now awake and trying to claw his ways out of the ropes that are binding him.
All right.
Oh dear, those
Can-
ones
I
look
want to
very
take.
comfortable.
I want to take one of my ropes and make a goblin backpack.
Okay.
Goblin
Um,
Bjorn.
I just want to tie him up like one of those like ridiculous like pet backpacks that people have.
Okay. Do you want to try to like knock him
Baby
out
Bjorn,
first?
Yes, a baby Bjorn. No,
Well, let me try talking to him first.
Okay. Well, if
Sorry, that looks a little bit
I want a baby Bjorn this goblin.
okay. Well, his arms and legs are bound, so there's not much he can do to fight against
There's
you.
not much you can do to stop me.
He does struggle as you tie the rope around him and strap the goblin to your back as he becomes a goblin backpack of sorts.
All right. Well, dear, we're about to head out, so I think you better stick with us for.
Yeah,
for a
I
bit,
mean
just in case.
he's gonna be facing you, so you can converse with
Yeah,
him
I
as
can
you follow me.
Okay. So,
You know, it doesn't seem right to just leave you in this cable tied up and stuff.
that's what he says.
Yeah, I'm so glad you agree.
Okay. He's trying to he's biting the ropes with his teeth, trying to free himself. I'm assuming you guys want to go back to the group.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell him
Okay.
there's no need for that. Are you hungry?
And while you guys were doing that, let me just pan back to this cave. Hase, you said you wanted to look among the gear for
Yeah, I
high
wanna-
quality stuff.
Yeah, I want to see if there's some high quality steel, like a bunch of ingots or something like that.
It looks like mostly like raw materials.
So like ore, or that's what I was thinking. Like ingots is like raw to make stuff out of.
We're like sheet metal.
You're not. Hold on. I gotta.
Would it be steel though? I mean, how high quality is this mining operation?
You,
that
you do
these,
find a
mines
couple
of-
couple ingots of iron.
That
But you don't see any steel among the crates.
grab those, I guess.
Okay. You can add 2 iron ingots to your inventory. Rest of it is mostly foodstuffs, but there are, like I said, some kind of adventuring supplies, ropes, lanterns.
Lanterns.
Oh yeah, lanterns would be a good idea. Can we take the lanterns?
Sure. As you guys come back into the cave, Barb with a goblin backpack strapped behind you. So you hear him go.
I would also like to look for some food in the crates to feed
Can we
the
gag
goblin
him?
because he's probably hungry.
Yeah.
These are labeled with a company name from the guy, right?
there's
Yes, they have a they
Oh,
have a
there's grain. We should take some of the grain.
Why don't we bring the cart here and load it up with these and then take
well,
the
your
cart
your
back?
cart is full right now with supplies. You could
Okay.
probably
We're only gonna be
load.
able to
You
take
might be able to
some.
load, 1 or 2 extra crates, but you wouldn't be able to bring everything. Additionally, the getting to here from where your cart was, you guys were able to get here just fine, but it might be tricky to navigate oxes and a cart down the narrow path to get here.
Can I take one of the lanterns?
Sure.
And a lantern for
too.
Poppy since...
Yeah, I'll take a lantern because
I would like a lantern if
Mine
there's
got
an
smashed.
extra.
There are 2 lanterns that you find.
Okay. Well, I already have
Poppy should
candles.
have one.
Mine got
I'll
smashed.
let... I have a torch. Poppy should get one for sure.
Okay.
Hase has night vision. Can I take the other one since you have candles? Do you also have a torch?
Yeah. I
All right.
have-
Is there anything else among these
5
supplies that looks
candles.
valuable, as opposed to
Is
just
it a
like food
hooded
and stuff?
lantern?
No, the only thing that really looked valuable was what you've already looted from the
Okay.
chest.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And
Is it a hooded lantern or a bullseye lantern?
Hooded lantern.
Right. I mentioned that I wanted
The
to.
goblin.
When I look at the foodstuffs, is there anything that would be useful to us on the road?
Not particularly. It's a lot of
There's
like
grain, right?
there's like huge sacks of
Well, I mean, like can I
Grain
take
and
a full, like,
flour.
big grain and like
Yeah.
put it in the
Can we
pocket?
take some bags? Small bags of
yeah,
grain?
you there's not any small bags though. It's all like
I can.
large
We'll take
sacks.
a bag and we'll cut small bags out of the big bag and let the rest of the grain spill out to rot because no one's coming here anyway.
You could do that.
Yeah, it's just waste.
Yeah. Well, we could just like tie it back up and come, and then we know that we've got some food here in case we ever should drop by again.
Sildar's gonna pipe up. Perhaps we could. I believe there may be a merchant who these supplies were destined to in Phandalin. Perhaps we could tell them of the location of their lost goods and maybe be rewarded.
That
Perchance.
does sound like a
Good
good
idea.
idea. And then
we
we
may-
don't have to
They don't
waste
have to
any
roll
food.
In that
I-
case, we may not want to take too much of it. I would kind of feel immoral doing such a thing, but
It's part of our finder's fee.
Okay, I'm
you-
keeping the rope though.
you all may
The
do
rope
as
and
you
the
wish, of
lanterns are
course.
finder's fees.
Okay, well, since we're not going to steal food from the crates, I think I still have some food rations on me, so I would like to feed it to the
Well,
baby
Barb.
Bjorn the goblin.
Okay, you're gonna feed the rations to the goblin.
I'm naming him Bjorn.
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 the goblin.
Baby
Okay.
Bjorn.
I look up to the goblin, and in goblin I ask, "So do you got a name?"
the goblin says to you, which means, yes, I'm Gert.
Gert.
He said,
That's a
"You're a
lovely
genius.
name.
His name actually is Bjorn." Nobody else speaks goblin but me.
Me no, Bjork, me Gert. He says.
Gert is a
Yes.
lovely name. Would you like some food, dear?
Food?
He
Sorry.
says he's not hungry.
No,
He says he's not hungry.
food. He says in kind of broken, common. Food. Yes,
Dear.
food.
So I'm gonna like hand feed, like kind of be reaching up and hand feeding him some like little bites of rations. as
I'll
he's
be leaning
tied.
back.
He
Leaning back
you
so
lean
that
you
Bjorn
lean
can
back slightly
hang
as
forward.
the goblin is his arms and legs dangling towards the ground
Another
behind you
tied up.
as Gabella's hand feeding him little chunks of bread and rations. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. It's such nice manners. I appreciate that.
No problem, baby.
He looks at you. He says, "Manners?
Yes, it's what you just did. Saying please and thank you and such. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll have time to go over it more because we're gonna have a bit of a journey ahead of us.
Huh? Journey? No. Says in Goblin, I stay here. I am
And I can't understand.
I am leader now. He says.
Ace looks back at him and
You're
gets
pure.
real hard and is like, I'm leader now. We talked about this.
He goes, yeah. Okay.
Let's head back to the cart because I'm sure that Tornado is eager to join in on the action.
Okay. So you guys ready to head out?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I have
All
everything
right.
I need. I think.
So you all escape the hideout, and you will head back to the cart. So as you can see, this is kind of where the Goblin hideout was. It's about 5 to 6 miles back to the cart. So it will take you about an hour and a half, I would say. If you're, walking briskly. So you travel, your group sets out, traveling back. You can see the path. It's pretty clear, and you've traveled it before. Give me a moment. Let me switch back to some forest music. Because we are now out of the cave.
Yay!
And there we go. And now we got some nice little foresty sounds. Okay, so you travel on the path. You get, as you recall, there were a couple traps that you set off and, noticed on your way out. As you approach the second trap that you encountered, which was the pitfall trap, you look in the hole, and inside you see a young gnome with a kind of foresty look to him, sleeping at the bottom of the pit, which is about 10 feet tall.
A very tall gnome.
No. The pit is 10 feet tall, not him.
I know.
So is that Tornado or is that just a random gnome? I can't really see details. So, do we
call
know the
out
gnome?
him?
You recognize the gnome as Tornado.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to.
Do you want to lower
call
me
out-
in with the rope and I can wake him up, or should we throw something at him?
I mean, we can also just yell, unless he's a
We
really
have
sound
rocks.
sleeper. I mean, my oldest was a very sound sleeper that way, but usually a stern tone will get them up. Tornado dear, can you hear me? It's time to wake up now.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, dear. You seem to have gotten yourself in a bit of a predicament. Would you like some help?
Oh yeah, I am kind of a predicament. I would like some help. That would be very kind of you.
Okay, so I'd like to toss down some rope
Okay.
and haul him out, if possible.
Okay. Do you want him to tie himself up, or do you want him to climb up the rope?
Yeah, he can climb up.
You can climb it? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna toss the
climbing.
rope down, dear. I want you to try climbing it up. Let me know if you need help. But I'm gonna
All
tie
right,
it
all
and
right.
then
I'll
tie
do
a
my
rock
best.
around the end and throw the one end in, and I'm holding the other end.
Okay. It's only 10 feet, and with all 4 of you helping, I'm just gonna let it go. Tornado, you climb up the rope, and you are reunited with the rest of the party. Just so you are aware, since you weren't here last week, basically, you perhaps were a little bit frightened of the scary cave with the rushing water. And so after you guys
Falling from a great height.
camped out for the week,
Mhm.
or for the day, what am I saying? You camped out for the night, and in the morning, you decided to go check on the cart and check on the oxen, so you wouldn't have to go back in the cave. So you
all right, then.
went back to check on the oxen and the cart, and a day goes by with not much activity. You know, kind of rest for the night with the oxen and the cart. The next morning, again, the day goes on, and you don't know where the group is. You thought they should have been back by now, and so you decided to go back to the group, but you forgot about the pitfall, and tripped over it and fell to the bottom of the pit this morning, and decided to just take a little nap while you were down there. And
You know, it was a lot of pain. I just figured I needed a little nappy nap.
yeah, so and then now the party is returning and stumbled upon you. So
And lifted you out.
Well,
now you're up
I'm
to
quite
speed.
pleased that you guys saved me. You guys saved my life.
Tornado, you also see with the group a man you have not seen before. He's a human man of, you think around 50 or so, with short, mostly gray hair, with streaks of black and a short, full beard. He doesn't have any armor or weapons. He's actually looking pretty tattered, pretty, bruised and such.
Yeah.
But he sees
Battle
you
worn.
and he says, "Oh, hello. I'm Sildar. Nice to meet you."
Hello, Sildar. Nice to meet you as well. My name is, well, at the moment, it's Tornado.
Oh, Tornado. I like your name.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The sage who taught me about the forest and the animals and the critters gave it to me. He bestowed it upon me.
Oh, wow. It's quite remarkable.
Yeah, I'd say so myself.
Well, that's
I think you
glad
just did.
glad to have you with us, and let's be off. Do have much
Yeah,
much
we're
business
glad
to
to
attend
have you
to.
part of the party as well. It's nice to have a new face.
Oh, of course. I do what I can.
Also meet Bjorn.
You see a goblin
Hey!
strapped to Barb's back like a little goblin backpack.
Hello there. What is your name? Is it
That's Bjorn. He says he likes his
Bjorn?
girl.
Okay.
Gert! He mumbles.
Oh, Gert. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Gert.
He says in Goblin,
So, Gert,
Hase.
just so you know, that's an example of manners. Telling someone it's pleasant to meet them, that's a nice thing to say that's considered mannerly.
Well,
I'm
Yeah,
teaching
that
him
was-
about manners.
oh yeah. No, manners are very, very important. They'll take you a long way. At least that's what the critters are telling me. Be
Get more-
respectful.
Get more bees with honey than with vinegar.
This is
I
true.
like that. I never thought about that. Maybe that's why the bees are, they never come near me. It's because I always have a barrel of vinegar.
Oh, that's an unusual thing to carry about with you on an adventure.
Well, you see, I'm an alchemist and herbalist, and I do the dark arts, if you will.
Oh, okay. All right.
And vinegar happens to be a substitute.
Ooh,
Okay.
I
All right.
going to Sildar pipes up. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that about performing dark arts.
It's
I'm
just
just
chemistry.
messing with you
It's
about the
not.
dark
It's not
arts.
actually dark arts. It's just chemistry.
Oh, well, in that case, carry on.
It's just chemistry, yeah.
Okay, let's be off.
Dark arts. It sounds so much fancier. All right. So yeah, let's move
So,
on down the road.
so you
on down
move-
the road.
You move back to where you were ambushed. You find the cart and the 2 oxen tied up where you left it. Not a whole lot of food left for the oxen, since probably didn't think you would be gone this long. However, Tornado has kept good care of them.
They've kept me good company.
And yes, you're reunited with the cart. What would you like to do?
We'll be on our way.
Yeah, traveling down the road. Well,
Okay. So you set off back along the Tribord Trail. The horses were moved out of the way. They stink quite badly now. It looks like their most of their meat has been picked off by some kind of creature.
oh dear.
But anyway, ignoring that, you move along the Tribord Trail. Like I said, each hexagon is 5 miles. So you go about 5, 10, and then you turn off to go south towards Phandalin. 15, and it'll take about 20 miles to get to Phandalin. So at this point in the day, it's probably about probably around like 4 or 5 p.m. I would say, of dusk. And you would give me a moment here. Games. Come on. There we go. Okay. So you arrive in the town of Phandalin. Give me a second to update the music.
So what are we discussing on this several hours of drive?
That is up to you guys.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do we talk about ourselves? Any additional details that
Good.
maybe haven't come up?
How was your trip to the cave?
It
It was
miserable.
eventful. How was staying with the cart?
Well, probably not as eventful as how you guys had whatever adventures or whatever you did in the cave. However, they do keep you good company. As far as being lonely, I feel like they listen to you because they grunt and they make funny sounds whenever you get serious with them, or whenever you make them laugh. It sounds like they're cackling in a way. So I feel like, as animalistic as they are, they keep good company.
We almost died.
Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe that's just because I talk to little critters. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Do the little critters have anything particularly interesting to say?
Well, as far as I know that I've been told that we have to keep moving along the trail because there is danger imminent, according to some of these critters. They didn't say from where, but they did mention that if we don't keep moving, we're more likely to be caught by this danger.
That sure sounds ominous.
I know, right? Sometimes they give me bits and pieces, and I'll try and get more information as we go along, but all I know is I think maybe we should head north. I don't know, though.
The town is south.
Start by getting to Phandalin.
Oh, yeah. We do want to get to Phandalin.
I'm sure that the birds want to go north, but that's probably not the best direction for us.
Maybe that's why I was thinking the north, because the little critters are listening to the birds too much.
Perhaps.
Birds, not little critters?
Oh,
littler.
I guess littler critters.
I do love listening to birds. Sildar says.
It is
Can
quite
you,
impressive.
can you understand Bjorn?
Me?
No, Tornado. Do you understand Bjorn?
Oh yeah. Do you speak Goblin, dear?
Is Goblin small enough animal?
Unfortunately, no.
Almost as if my translations are untrusted.
No, Bjorn needs
Socialization.
Bjorn needs more friends. I'm socializing the baby.
I would be more inclined to be friendly had he not tried to kill all of us.
I'm not baby.
We will
I have
we will teach
children.
him. Big baby.
Where are your children, dear?
Dad.
Oh no!
Tragic backstory.
What
you
happened
say
to your
dead?
children?
Here. What
They
happened?
died. They
Oh,
you
That sounds
you killed them. They were in the cave.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
You
even
raised
recall
very
this.
violent children. What kind of parenting?
how old were your children?
There were 4 and 4.
So, what did the 4-year-old look like?
Like
Doesn't sound very
like
safe for a
me, but more green.
Oh, yeah, that one died in fire. It hurt a lot.
He yells at you, trying. He's actually
reason
he's
I'm the
ripping
boss.
into the rope that's binding him,
That was helpful,
and
Hase.
he's able to free one of his hands, and he's going to whack Barb on the back of his head, and
Shake him a little. I'm gonna
he's
do a shimmy.
a shimmy.
Do a shimmy, shake him up.
Okay, you do a
That's
shimmy
funny.
to shake up the goblin. He goes, and with the shimmy, you actually kind of loosen the rope holding his other arm, and he pulls his arms over you and tries to put you into a chokehold. And I want you to give me a strength check to resist the
All right.
chokehold.
Saving throw?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
Okay, with that you see his arms flailing trying to grab your neck, and you kind of turn around, you grab his 2 arms and you whop, kind of throw him to the ground, and he takes a little bit of damage from that.
I
And
think I'm gonna move the Bjorn to the front.
okay. So then he does still have his 2 hands free, and he's gonna try to crawl and run away.
I need to tie him back up.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you catch him pretty easily. You tie him.
Inside, I would hope so.
Yeah, you tie him back up, and you said you're gonna put him on the front this time.
Yep.
Okay.
Teach him
So
more manners.
goblin front carrying
Goblin
pack.
Bjorn.
He seems to be a little dazed from hitting the ground really hard, so he's not very talkative anymore.
It's enlightening.
A little upset.
It's okay, dear. Sometimes children just need a little bit of time and a firm hand. I raised 4. I should know.
She would know. Okay, so that was exciting. So you all travel the remainder of the distance to Phandalin. And so, as you kind of come up a little bit of a hill, going on, some rutted tracks from all the wagons and caravans going to the town. The rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. This town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east side of town. As you approach, give me a moment here. As you approach, the DM is going to try to change the music. There we go.
They look like they could use the supplies.
Yes. So as you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at shops. Many people look up at you as you approach, but most of them return to their business as you go by. A few of them are quite startled at the large woman carrying a goblin on the front of her body. And so, here is kind of the map of Phandalin. This is where you guys come in at. And so this is kind of a general map. Give me a second and I'll post this in the Discord, just so you guys have a reference to go by. Put it here. You did a drawing?
Yeah, I did a drawing.
Oh goodness. Hold on, that file is too large, so we're gonna take a snip. There we go. Okay. So I've got the map in there, and then here is kind of a larger scale map. As you enter the city, Sildar seems much more at ease, and he looks at you all. He says, "My friends, let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint. I will be heading there, and I hope to see you guys there as well." And he is going to depart from your group and make his way over to the Stonehill Inn. So as you all arrive into the city, with the oxen and carts in tow, what would you like to do?
Deliver this stuff and get paid.
Yes. We should get paid first, and then we can search for a market.
We
Good
should
call.
probably let Gundren's brothers know what happened.
That's where we're delivering the cart to, so.
Yeah. Deliver the cart, let him know, get paid, and then find lodging and food and whatnot.
Okay. So you were told by Gundren to deliver it to a place called Barthen's Provisions, which as you enter the town, you see a large sign to the left that says Barthen's Provisions.
Ah.
Hase looks over at the stacks coming out of the smithy to the other side and goes, soon.
You do see some smoke billowing from behind a house to the right of you.
Stop by there later.
But you come up to Barthen's Provisions. You enter the building. It's kind of a newer building, made mostly of wood. You see kind of a counter. There's two sort of clerks standing in front. And you see a older man, lean human man, about 50 or so, with balding gray hair of medium length and a short mustache, wearing small, round spectacles. His clothes are light brown, ordinary clothes with a white apron. And he sees you enter his store, and he says, "Oh, welcome. I'm Barthen. please come in. Let me welcome you to Phandalin, and please,
Grandpa.
hey, please come in and look at my wares. I have lots of adventuring supplies. If you are adventurers.
Actually dropping off a delivery.
Oh, a delivery. Oh, for Gundren, yes.
That's correct.
Yeah. Are you one of his brothers? He mentioned he was delivering it to his brothers, and we've got some news for them.
Do I look like a dwarf to you? No.
I don't know. There's all sorts of mixed families nowadays. I don't want to make assumptions.
No. I'm only
my
teasing. I'm only teasing. No, I'm not his brother.
Making fun of an old woman. Let's see how it is.
I do know his. I have met his brothers though. Nundro and Thodden. They aren't here, but they are. I believe they've set up a camp nearby, outside town somewhere. They wouldn't tell me where, but Gundren did notify me, saying a shipment would be coming in. And yes, Ander, Thistle, go unload the goods. The two clerks look at him and, yes, boss. And they head outside and start kind of unloading your cart and such. Sorry, Barthen continues. Yes, like I said, his brothers are camped around town, but I haven't seen them in a 10-day. But they should return any day now to supply. I'm just kind of waiting for them to come back. But please browse my goods if you'd like to make any purchases. He does sell adventuring gear. But nothing over 25 gold. I will give you guys a link to that in the Discord.
Cool.
In case you would like to click on that and look at things you can buy. He also looks at you.
Shopping, guy.
He also looks at you. Oh, but what kind of merchant would I be without paying you for your delivery? Of course. I believe. Let me look at my register here. Let's see. So I believe it was supposed to be.
15 gold pieces.
15.
I believe it was 15.
Yes, 15. But he said there was only 4 of you. So the agreed upon price I have is 60 gold pieces for this delivery. Let me go ahead and pay you out here. And he kind of, goes into his drawers, picking out, hear the clinking of gold and silver as he's kind of putting the money together and putting it into a little pouch. He says, "Here you are. Here's your payment."
Thank you.
And he hands over
Thank you, sir.
60 gold pieces, which you are free to distribute however you would like.
I think those who had the contract should get it, so 15 to everybody but Tornado.
I think those who contributed labor should be paid. We should each pay Tornado 1 gold.
I think that's fair. Is that okay with you, Tornado?
Yeah, he did watch the stuff.
Yeah, that seems fine.
And feed the
I
ox.
appreciate you guys even considering me with any of it, considering all I did was stay by the cart.
4 gold is a reasonable cart watching fee.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You are a very generous tipper.
Very generous.
Okay, so be
Let
sure
me
to
read.
14 each and 4 gold to Tornado.
yes. So be sure to add that to your character sheets.
All right. 4 gold.
Barthen,
Thank you very much.
Barthen also looks at you all and says, "Hey, you all wouldn't happen to have seen Gundren, did you? I had expected him here a few days ago, actually."
Well, that's part of the news that we want to talk to his brothers about. You see, we ran into some trouble on the road, and there were some indications that he might have also run into trouble on the road.
Oh no. Oh, I
That's why I want to talk to his brothers and just let them know. Seems like the thing to do.
I'm so sorry to hear that. He's a good friend of mine. And so certainly if I see his brothers, I will let them know if they happen to come by here at any time. But yes, I remember Gundren here a week or two ago, and he was quite excited at having possibly found the mine of the Phandelver's Pact. So I was really looking forward to hearing how the exploration was going. But I do
how
hope.
many people knew about this?
Oh, he didn't tell too many. Like I said, he was a good friend of mine, and he did disclose this information to me as I frequently, gave him supplies to help in his expedition. But I don't know exactly how many people he's told.
We just met you and you told us. So how many people have you told?
That's a good question. I do like to talk sometimes, so there's
I understand.
there's not too much exciting things happening around this neck of the woods, so anything to brighten people's day, I like to share with them, and I feel like this mine's kind of hope for the future, and can give people hope. But yes, is there anything you group would like to purchase?
Do you purchase goods, or are you simply a retailer?
Yes, we buy and sell. I will say we do not deal in any weapons or armor. You will have to go to the Lion Shield Costa for those types of equipment. So I cannot.
There anyway.
I cannot purchase or sell any of those. However, I do have all kinds of other adventuring gear. We have lanterns. We have ropes. We have, ammunition, if you'd like, arrows. We have, different types of measuring equipment. We got abacus. We have backpacks. We've got bedrolls, bearings, candles.
Do you have grappling hooks?
Grappling hook. Yes, indeed. We actually just had one arrive yesterday, and he gestures to the wall behind him where there's a shiny grappling hook kind of hung along the wall.
Can you cut me a deal?
Yes. So this grappling hook, it's very very fine quality. It will never let you down, if you know what I mean. Yes, I have it for sale for 2 gold pieces, if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I would like to buy one.
Oh, certainly. Thank you so much for your purchase. So you can
I'll pay you 2 gold pieces for that.
yes, so you can remove 2 gold pieces and add a grappling hook to your inventory.
Tight.
Thank you so much. Do appreciate your patronage. Is there anything else I can get you?
Well, just based on our previous adventure, do you have any healer's kit?
Healer's kit. Yes, I do actually. We have a couple down here. He kind of goes to a lower cabinet that's behind the counter, and he pulls up 2 kind of, you think of like a medicine looking bag. It's got like a big red cross on it, and he pulls it up. Yes. So see here. He opens it up. We've got bandages, gauze, even a little bit of alcohol for treating wounds. Everything you need right here. We have the healer's kit, and I can sell you a kit for 5 gold pieces. Great deal. It keeps you alive, and isn't your life priceless?
Well, apparently it's worth 5 gold pieces. If what you're saying is
Well,
the
yes.
case.
but you get such great value out of it because you save a life, which is immeasurable. But you've only spent 5 gold to save a life. I mean, to me, that's a pretty good deal.
If I got more than one, do you think I could get a discount?
He thinks about it. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Let me... Persuasion. That's performance. I want persuasion. There we go. I clicked you. Do the thing, internet.
Do it.
Okay. 9 plus 5 is 14. Is
14.
that convincing enough?
He considers it and says, "Tell you what. If you buy 2 healers kits, I can give you 2 for 8 gold pieces. So there'll only be 4 gold each instead of 5 gold each."
Oh, that certainly sounds like a bargain. I will take that.
Okay. And just kind of DM, just letting you know, you don't, when you use a healer's kit, it doesn't like disappear. It's kind of a kit that you have and you can use it multiple times. But if you buy 2, you can still give one to someone else. And
yes, that was my plan.
If they have,
It says the kit has 10 uses.
Oh, does it have 10 uses?
Oh,
okay.
It has 10 uses, and then you can resupply it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, see,
So it's like you gotta recharge
I'm
it.
still learning stuff too, so... Okay, yes, so 10 uses, and then
I mean, I would have believed you if I wasn't happened to be.
well,
passing
that's
through
how
the
we normally
description.
play it, I think.
Full on, yeah.
Is just it just kind of lasts a long time.
It's easier
But
that way you don't have to actually count it.
In our game, Rachel actually buys the supplies every time we hit town.
oh, gotcha. Okay,
The other thing to keep in mind is that the healer's kit doesn't actually give us back hit points.
It just
It does
keeps you
not
from
heal
dying.
us. You have to have it.
Yeah.
You have to have a feat in order to get it to do that.
Yeah.
but it can stabilize
keep-
you, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
so you don't
stabilizes
do
you without
that's what
needing
you
to
did
roll.
last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, normally you have to
Yeah.
roll medicine and be a threshold.
Yeah, it lets
and
you
then
stabilize without needing to do a check, basically.
Yeah. So, I'm going to hand one of the kits. Who here would really benefit from having a healer's kit? What's everyone's hit points again?
Barb is at 25. You're at 17.
25.
Hase is 18. Poppy is 15. Tornado, you leveled up, yeah?
Yeah, it's 15.
He's at 15. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say I think Barb has the most hit points, so she's the most likely to be alive when the rest of us aren't. So I'm going to hand one to Barb and be like, just in case.
I will
this seems
happily
like a good
carry it.
investment.
Okay. So, Barb, you can add a healer's kit to your inventory. Gabella, you can as well, and also make sure to subtract 8 gold pieces. As Barthen says, "Oh, thank you so much for your purchase. Thank you.
I would also like to purchase a net.
A net, yes, we have a couple here. We have 3 great quality nets. Let me consult my pricing list here. Yes, they're not too expensive. You can get one for 1 gold each.
All right, I'll take 2.
Okay, so you can
And
subtract.
I'd like to give 1 to Poppy.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. All right, so you and Poppy can add a net to your inventory and make sure to subtract 2 gold pieces total. Thank you. Boy, making great business. I love your group.
Oh, also a soap.
Soap. Yes. Yes, we do have soap. We have some fine goat soap that actually my wife makes. And so it's great for the skin. You know, it's very lightly scented. And we have
Threaten goblins with.
oh yes, they do not bathe, as you are aware. Each soap is only 2 copper pieces.
I will happily take one.
Okay, just one?
Yes. And so 2 copper. Do I need to like take that out of silver?
Yeah, so
You can
basically
just
you
add-
would
Oh, go ahead.
you would subtract 1 silver and then add 8 copper
Ah, okay.
because each one is worth 10. Yes. Anything else you guys may be needing? And let me tell you, the Lion Shield Costa down the road, they do have some equipment, but I'll tell you, my prices are always better.
You don't have weapons or armor.
Correct.
So
They
your prices aren't better on weapons and armor.
are because they are 0.
That's how that works, but
He
okay.
has you there.
Okay.
Would you like to buy an abacus?
No.
Okay then.
I think we're good for now, dear, but we'll let you know if that changes.
Okay. And you sir, he gestures towards Tornado.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to purchase any goods?
Not
you-
at the moment.
Did you see the link that I sent that has all the goods
No.
available?
Got the good.
So if you go to the Discord, I posted a link,
Yeah.
and then you can open that, and then there's all kinds of adventuring gear stuff.
I'm looking right now. 1 second.
So, do
Under
you know
the
anyone who is looking to hire work?
What kind of work are you talking about?
She looks down at her gear and looks back at the companions and goes, "Our kind."
Well, I don't deal too much, but I bet if you went to the inn, there's usually lots of people in there who may have a job or two for you.
Sounds good.
Of course.
Okay.
And of course, there's the job you've already completed for me, so thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Delivering the
Glad
cot.
to be of help.
As Andrew and Thistle come back in. Okay, cart's unloaded. Oh, thank you, boys. Can go back to playing dragon chess.
I'm gonna lean over to Gabella and be like, "I need to stop by that Smithy, but we should head to the inn next, probably. Get some rooms before it gets too dark."
That's a good idea. So Smithy then in.
Probably. Do you think you can get us a discount on those rooms? You got that loot. If you
Yeah.
play for the
Oh, I'm
rooms, maybe we
seeing
can
right
get a.
now the equipment.
I'm more than happy to perform for an audience, especially if it'll save us a little bit of money.
Yeah,
So we'll talk you up when we get there. We got faith.
Brian, it's nothing that says armor or weapons,
Oh,
but
okay.
the stuff that says adventuring gear, all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Adventuring gear.
It's
Oh,
available.
okay. Gotcha. I see it.
Anything that's 25 gold or less.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Let me see what my dude has. My dude.
You dude.
My dude.
Hase, are you good?
Yeah, I'm just going to, when we walk out, leave a small stone sitting on the counter.
Okay.
When he happens to pick it up in a announcer's voice, he says, "Hi, we're trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty."
Okay. Oh, that's great.
That's funny.
One
Okay,
use
so
of the day.
All right, then. Let's see here. Oh, I already have one of those. All right, let's see. Maybe I could benefit from, do I have an amulet? I've been told that jewelry is a way to, express yourself,
Oh,
as a, Yeah, maybe
Certainly, certainly.
a fashion statement or something.
so,
I'm thinking maybe kind of like an amulet or an emblem.
Yes, we do have a few of those. We have I mean, we don't have amulets and emblems for all the gods, but we do have a couple over here. We have an amulet here of Timora.
Ooh.
We have an emblem of Helm.
Helm.
And those are the two. We also have some signet rings. We have two of those if you're interested in some,
I might be.
some rings.
Let's do the Timora amulet.
Oh, of course. Here you are. And he shows you what looks like a kind of silver amulet with a golden person kind of on one side of the amulet that has kind of long flowing hair. And it says, no. Yes, so this will be 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces? No problem at all.
Yes, the
Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. Here you are. It was actually given to me by our local sister Gariel. She oversees the Shrine of Luck in town. Perhaps if this is something be interested, welcome to pay her a visit. She's always trying to spread the word of her deity.
I might just be interested in that. I mean, especially with the word luck.
Yes, it's your lucky day.
I feel lucky. I just scored an amulet.
Yes. Anything else I can get any of you? Kind of gestures to everyone.
I'm
good for
good.
now, dearie.
Okay, well, if that's that, thank you so much for your patronage. We are Barthen's Provisions, and hope to see you again soon.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Can we head to the smithy next? I kind of want to look at their armor options.
Yeah, so there's not a whole lot of daylight left. The sun's kind of, at this point, just kind of creeping over the horizon. So you have probably enough time to hit one location before the inn.
Okay.
So you'd like to go to the smithy?
You know where that one is.
Right across the way.
Because you can see the smoke, so hear the hammering. So you guys walk up the path to the smithy. You see a man outside, kind of a huge mountain of a dwarf. You know, he's a dwarf, so he's short, but he's built. You know, he's got some muscles from
4 foot tall, 4 foot wide.
Yeah, pretty much. Not sure of his age, but he's got a very, very long reddish beard and kind of long hair as well. He's wearing kind of, a worker's vest with his chest hair prominently displayed, with leather shorts, and you hear him hammering away at what looks like some kind of curved sword. You hear ting, ting, ting as he's, pounding away at this kind of glowing, hot metal sword. Ting,
What's his form?
Ting, ting. What's that?
How's his form?
Are you a blacksmith?
Yes.
Then you notice that his form is pretty good. Pretty solid.
So his equipment decent?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the top of the line. A lot of it looks, kind of old, but sturdy.
That's pretty good.
Excuse me,
Good
sir.
stuff.
Excuse me.
So he, so, yeah, hello.
Hello. Would you happen to have some armor and such available for
Oh.
us to look at and maybe buy?
Well, hello. My name is Alger.
Hello, Alger. I'm sorry, that
Nice.
was rude of me.
Oh, it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Not.
You know, I'm trying to
Now-
teach this goblin about manners, so I need to be a good example.
Goblin. Oh, I don't like goblins.
Well, neither do we. That's why we're trying to reform him, but it's not going so well so far, just between you and me. But, you know, Barb's trying, bless her, and I don't want to break her heart.
Okay. What kind of armor are you looking for?
Well, what kind of armor do you have?
See, I don't have too much armor myself. See, I have a contract with the Lion Shields. I supply them armor, and they pay me for it. So, legally, I'm not allowed to sell armor to passerbys, but I can direct you to them.
Are you allowed by this contract to work with others?
I can work with others, but I just can't sell armor or weapons that would normally be going to the Costa, as you can imagine.
I understand. Well, when the rest of my companions are done, I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we can do a whole lot here. And it is getting dark, so we should probably head to the inn soon.
Very well then, if no one else has any business. I have some deliveries that should be arriving in town in the next 3 or 4 days. And I'm working on a project. It's something of a class thesis, if you will. And I need some help with it. I can do a lot of the design work and most of the manufacturing, but an extra arm on the bellows is always helpful.
So, do you have your own equipment?
I do.
Very good. I don't like people taking my equipment, as you know.
Master Smith, no one touches your tools. I understand that completely.
Tell you what, if you come by early in the morning, before 8, as that's when I normally start my workday, I might be able to offer you some help with what you need.
Keep that forge running overnight if we're in town. I'll work on it while you sleep.
Okay, I don't like giving my forge out for free, though. I am a businessman, as you know.
You are, and this will save you a great deal of effort waiting the 2 or 3 hours for your forge to heat in the morning. You're basically getting an apprentice to fire up the forge for you.
This is true.
And I will pay for all of my own coal.
Okay, if you pay for coal and you leave a little extra, you can do that.
Sounds good. Good doing business.
You too. He reaches out his hand to shake.
Okay. You're gonna know what he feels when he does that, so.
Wait. Oh, okay. So he shakes her hand.
Ooh. Seems like you worked the forge yourself.
Just a little bit, and she kind of touches the smith's hammer that's on her belt that she uses to fight with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here and there.
Well, be careful, and good day to the rest of you. I must finish this sword.
He turns over and starts ting, ting, ting,
for your time.
hammering his sword. He grunts.
You see, Gert, that's not a very polite way to say goodbye. Should we head to the inn? Dears, I don't want to stay out after it gets too dark.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
need to
getting-
feed my goblin.
Starting to get kind of dark now.
Right, so
I like that
Head
turn
to
phrase.
the-
I'll use that in the future. I gotta
think
feed my
that's a
goblin.
good idea.
Gotta feed my goblin. He's
Well, why are you taking this job?
Getting hasty.
Gotta feed my goblin.
It's a good term for
Goblins gotta eat.
for children. Got to feed my goblins, you know.
Go feed my little
I usually
goblin.
say gremlins, but yeah, goblins is a good one.
Oh, goblins is great. That's a great word for children.
Yep.
Gotta
Okay,
take care of
so
goblins.
y'all want to head to the inn now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Don't
so
really
you
have
go
time
back
to
to
do
the
anything else.
main path. You can see where the wagons have trudged along, and you head over to. You see a large building in the center of town. It's a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. So as you enter the room, the inn, you see a bunch of locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, all of them kind of eyeing you with curiosity. And who walks in first?
Nobody
I
else
would
does.
like
Haze does, but yeah.
I would like to walk in first
That would
because
make
I
more
want to
sense.
see if I can spot the inn's owner.
Okay,
And
so
maybe
you walk in first, followed by Hase and the rest of the group.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Hello.
so a lot of people kind of look up, wave to you.
I'll
and
walk in last as the biggest target.
Yes.
it's a goblin strapped to you.
That is a good contradiction of looks. You have a 15-year-old walk in a frilly Victorian dress, followed by a giant half-giant woman with a
Cowhide.
goblin strapped to her chest.
And as
They got both kinds of girls.
as you walk in, you see a kind of short, middle-aged human male behind the counter. There's kind of traditional bar counter with stools around it. He's got kind of thick, reddish brown eyebrows, completely bald, with a goatee, wearing a simple linen vest and polishing a beer glass as he eyes you as you walk in. He says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Barden's. Sorry, not Barden. Toblin's Inn, the Stonehill Inn. Welcome." And he sees you all come in.
Assuming that you are the owner of this fine establishment.
He pauses you for a moment as he sees a large Goliath woman carrying a goblin strapped to her chest walk through the doorway, and he looks. He says, "No goblins! No goblins! Out!
It's my pet.
No goblins! Out!" He yells at you.
Very well. I'll go out.
You can come in, but no goblins.
Not without my goblin.
Okay.
Sure about this?
So
Try talking to him.
so Barb,
How does Gert feel about this?
Gert just kind of mumbles. See, he says, "I'm used to it" in Goblin.
Oh, poor boy.
Oh,
Well, that was certainly a fine welcome, sir.
So, I'm sorry, lass. I don't like goblins in my inn. We had a bit of a run-in with them a couple of weeks ago with the Cragmaw tribe. I don't like goblins. I'm so sorry.
Perfectly understandable. The reason we have this one is because we ran into a bit of trouble along the way, and we're looking for someone, and we kind of need this goblin in order to have information. We're keeping him tied up. He's completely calm, and we can guarantee his good behavior.
It makes you feel any better. I did murder his children.
Oh, well,
That
does make me feel a bit better. But,
Yes, he's the only one alive, but I mean, if we look after him and we make sure he's tied up and doesn't cause any harm, I promise we'll make sure everything's fine. And I persuade him to.
Yeah, you give me a persuasion check, and you're gonna need to hit a DC 15.
Come on, dice. Come on. Oh, mother hugger.
Oh,
He looks at you and says, I'm sorry, lass. I can't take that risk again.
Can I turn around and barge back in, hearing this man be difficult?
You can.
I'm gonna barge in and walk up to the man
Okay.
and say, "This goblin is not going."
You barge in, walk up to the man, and he. No, I told you, no
with
goblins.
Goblin strapped to chest. Listen, this goblin is harmless. He is nothing more than a pet. I will keep him in a chest if necessary. Whatever will make you feel comfortable. But otherwise, I will set him free in your area of work and leave.
Okay.
We'll be here one way or another. Can I try and intimidate him?
Yes, give me an intimidation check on that.
Your people.
Dun 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 dun. I can be
Not
very
going
intimidating.
planned.
Oh, it's
7.
Oh.
He looks at you and. Oh boy. I to be honest, I don't like either of those options. And he pulls a crossbow from behind the bar. Says, "Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way."
Okay.
And Gert looks at him and spits in his face,
Oh no!
further
that's
antagonizing him.
not-
That is not the way that
No!
we behave in
Bad
civilized
Bjorn.
society. If you can't behave in this nice inn, then you're not going to be able to sleep under a roof, young man.
No,
Not
not
appropriate.
in a chest. I'm gonna have to go back to the market and buy a chest.
Ace is going to attempt to unsuccessfully blend in with the rest of the people in the bar, looking at the group as if they're crazy.
Okay, and a lot of the
Not going how I wanted it.
if there was anyone who was not paying attention to your group, the rest of the patrons of the bar have their full attention looking at Barb the Goblin and Toblin with his crossbow pulled out, aimed at the Goblin's head.
All right, I'm gonna walk out, and I'll see if there's a different inn. If not, I'm gonna go get a box.
Barb, maybe they have a prison or something you could drop him off in?
Yes. Do you have a storage place we could rent
No,
to keep the goblin?
storage.
Like a jail. Is there a jail in there?
Yes, go. We do have a jail. It's if you go to the town hall. It's go outside, make a left, just go a little bit down. It's the other big building in the center of town. Knock on the door. Tell them Toblin sent you, and you have a prisoner.
That'd probably
All
be
right.
best
Now-
for us.
Yeah, does that sound like a good compromise to you, Barb?
I will check my goblin at the prison.
It's like a
Okay.
cult check for your goblin.
So, Barb, so you'd like to leave? Was the rest of you? Do you want to go with Barb or stay in the inn?
No, I'm staying.
Okay.
Dude,
I would
during,
like
this,
to.
during this
would like-
ordeal, I have sneakily set myself up at the bar.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting there waiting for the bartender
Service?
to take notice of me.
All right. As Barb.
Do you need an escort?
I would happily take one.
I'll go with Barb.
Okay. So Barb and
I wanna
Hase.
try and-
Barb and Hase leave the
Try and secure a
bar.
room.
While they're out, let's start with well, let me do that first, and then I'll go to what you guys are doing in the meantime.
All right.
Okay.
So you head to the town hall, and you knock on the door. Well, I'm assuming you knock on the door, or could barge in.
Yeah.
But
Just say
I'll
not.
try niceties.
so as
Gabella's not here to keep me in check.
you knock on the door, but you do notice it's unlocked. and slightly ajar.
Push gently open, look around inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open it while knocking. Do that like cheesy. I'm gonna do that like awkward knock of like knock to open the door.
Okay, not awkwardly knocking open the door. You look ahead of you, and in a chair kind of near the back of the town hall, you see a very fat man kind of laying in the chair, dozing off.
Is there anyone in a... I assume there are cells in here as well?
Yes, in the very back, you can see a couple of iron,
Is there anyone
cells.
in those cells?
No, there's
Okay.
there's 2 cells in there. Well, it's like one cell that's kind of divided, and there's
Okay.
it's empty.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
He goes.
If there are prisoners in there, I'd be a little upset that he's asleep.
He's just snoring away.
I'm gonna pull
Alright,
out
we
a
need to
small
wake him
device
up.
from my pocket that just says "party" with a question mark and point it at Barb. Hmm?
At me?
She points at it questioningly, like, "Do I push the button?"
No, not yet.
But
Can I just... I'm just gonna knock on the desk. I'm going to try to remain calm. Just wake the man up. Like, fairly gently, just a nudge. Maybe a knock on the
Okay,
desk.
so you kind of nudge the man. He.
Hello.
Who are you?
I am Barb Beef of the Mountain Stoneflower. I've come to check a prisoner.
Prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
My.
Who's-
Okay.
Who's the
Innkeeper
man
sent
we
us.
just spoke to?
Yes. Well. Okay. If I must. He gestures towards the back at an open cell. Throw him in there for all I care.
Are you gonna make sure he doesn't get out?
You can ensure this goblin will stay here.
I'll unlock it. Okay.
Very well.
Do I believe this guy?
You can
Please keep this goblin tied.
you can run an insight check if you want.
Yeah.
Sure. Straight 11.
He seems pretty
Ooh.
lazy.
A 5.
Yeah, Barb, you don't really know.
I see nothing.
But Hase, he seems lazy, but he does have a set of keys in his hand, so you're fairly confident he's gonna probably lock the cell door.
At least do his job a little bit.
Does he have any weapons on him?
No, he's kind of dressed in like noble clothes.
I could tell from his
and-
posh accent.
He and he has a large smoking pipe in one hand. That's there's nothing in it at this point. He must have been smoking it earlier and it went out. But he's kind of
Falling asleep in a wooden building with a lit pipe.
yeah.
This is the olden days. Who gives a shit?
And then he gestures. I'm guessing you put the goblin in the cage. Yes.
Yes, still tied.
Okay. So he goes in. He locks the door. Kind of rattles it a bit. Make sure it's closed.
It's not
Okay. If there's nothing else, technically we're closed.
I'll give you some copper pieces as long as this goblin stays safe.
He looks at you and says, "I don't need your copper. What kind of do you take me for a poor man? I do not take charity. Okay?
Let's do your job.
Technically you're closed, but what is your job when you're open?
I'm the Townmaster. Okay?
And what does that entail?
I run the town.
Like laps?
You're like,
Wait, what? What'd you say?
like laps?
Laps?
Like laps of like
running
a
laps?
course?
Oh.
It's running laps? Like what does running that mean?
Yes, because I look like a runner.
No,
No.
you look like a mage, like a powerful individual that can make a literal town run laps.
Well, thank you, but let me tell you. Every year we elect someone to be the Townmaster. So this town.
And you always win, of course.
Well, not every year, but yes, I do win every year.
As expected.
And I make sure that the town is running smoothly, as you can see.
Is it running smoothly now?
I mean, no, but I'm
What
working.
can we do to make your life better?
Listen, if you want to do something to make my life better, you can leave this room and let me sleep.
Should we leave the door open as we found it?
Close it behind you, please.
Very well.
Actually, on second thought, I'm gonna go home. And he barges through and says, "I need you to leave. I'll lock the door. The goblin will be safe. The doors are locked. The only entrance is right here."
Strictly from invention point of view, do I think this goblin's gonna be able to get the hell out of there?
I mean, it's a pretty sturdy looking steel cage.
We
And
did
I
search
have
this
tied
goblin.
him to the.
Yeah.
And he is tied and bound, so I would say it's very, very unlikely.
Unlikely.
Even if he wasn't bound, it would be pretty unlikely.
Okay. Then I think we can trust that. Okie dokie.
Okay, and he's gonna leave and go home.
Have a good sleep.
You too, I suppose. Okay. While that was all going down, Tornado, Poppy, and Gabella, what would you like to do in the inn?
So I would like to continue talking to the inn owner and hopefully sweeten him up a little bit, because what I was hoping to do is get us a reduced overnight stay price by using my bard skills, and that probably won't happen if he thinks we are psychopaths. So I'm going to try and
True.
sweet talk and be like,
So,
a little bit.
Okay, so
be like, oh my goodness, kids these days, do you remember back when people had manners and they didn't just try to solve every single little dispute with intimidation and threats?
as
My goodness, what has the world come to?
As he puts his loaded crossbow under the counter, he looks at you and says, "Oh yes, I remember it well. But
It just isn't the way it used to be, because I mean, what I was hoping to do is ask if you had any entertainment lined up already for the lovely patrons of this inn."
We have plenty of drinks and food, as well as places to rest. In terms of entertainment, you can engage in conversation. Sorry, what was...
Well, then you don't know it, but this night is both of our lucky nights, because I just so happen to be a quite talented singer and musician.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I can't pay you anything.
Oh, well, my companion tonight, sans Goblin, of course, because, we want to be respectful. We're hoping to spend the night in this inn, so would it be possible, if not payment, if just a few coins were knocked off of our day's price?
He kind of...
Am I selling this?
Well, seeing that you were part of the group with the goblin, he kind of looks at you guys and says, "Well, if I'm being honest, our rates are already pretty low. We've cut them recently, and so it's only 5 copper pieces per room. which I
How many people per room?
probably one or two, maybe.
So we're gonna need at least
I will
3 rooms.
There's only one bed per room, though.
A
But
tornado.
I suppose someone could sleep on the floor.
I'm okay with
Ace
sleeping on the
doesn't
floor.
sleep.
Okay. Well,
I'll talk to
well,
the little
in
critters
that.
if there's any.
Okay, so Poppy, you're still seated at the bar, right? And Fernando, are you also in the
I'm
vicinity?
I'm at the bar as well.
Okay. And
I'm curious as to what all the commotion was about.
okay, then I would like to turn to my companions and be like, well, what do you guys think? The prices seem very reasonable already. But a few people might need to sleep on the floor if we want to cut costs. So, what do you think?
Well, I like where your mind is going there. And I do like saving money. I'm willing to be the one who has to sleep on the floor and not get a bed or anything like that, if that's okay.
Okay, so it's all right with you. What about you, Poppy?
Yeah, I'll take the bed.
All right, so that
But
seems
I'm
well
down
and
there in a
settled.
room.
Okay, so then in that case, so I don't think that I'm going to be able to persuade him to knock off the price if it's so cheap. But just to foster some goodwill, I think I will offer to be the entertainment, to make up for our previous behavior.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so
He is a
I'll
little
turn to
shaken
him and
up
basically
still.
make that off, and I'll take like, well, you know what? You seem a reasonable man, so when you tell me that the price is good, I believe you when the price is good. And considering the hubbub from earlier, I do feel like I should make it up to you. So would a bit of entertainment, like a song or two, would that be all right with you? Would that help out?
Oh, certainly, dear. And some of
Oh
there's
dear.
another
Well, I'm
person
so
nearby that
flattered.
hears you says, "Yeah, song." Um,
I'll let
as
you breathe into the patron sound.
before you start, a woman comes up to Poppy, and says, "Oh, hello. What can I get ya?"
I'll take a pint of lager.
Pint of lager, of course, for the strong man.
Thank you, miss.
And what about you, dearie? Looks at Tornado.
um, I've never been to a bar.
Oh,
This is new to me. What would you recommend for a forest?
oh well, we have great cider.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
We have an orchard nearby.
Could
It's
I
very
just
fresh.
Ooh, like apples. Oh, all right then. I'll gladly take a cider.
Okay, a cider and a lager coming right up. She heads to the back. Well, yeah, heads to the back. Comes out, about a minute later with a pint of, kind of darkish looking, well, not too dark, maybe medium amber,
Amber.
and then another mug of kind of a very light yellow cider. Plops it down in front of you and says, "Drink up, dearies. And I hope you enjoy it."
Thank you.
Takes the
And
pint.
as she reaches over, you notice she has quite adequate tracts of land, as one could put it.
So I'm gonna see this and I'm gonna like, be careful, dear. Remember, there are some decisions that may be fun in the moment, but have long-reaching consequences. And I'm gonna look meaningfully at the barmaid and then at the gentlemen who are my traveling companions and raise my eyebrows a little bit disapprovingly.
You don't say.
I hope that this sage of yours taught you the birds and the bees, because I didn't birth you, so I'm not having that conversation again.
No,
I
now
mean that
that
with
you
the best of,
mention it.
I mean that with the best of intentions, dear, but it was painful enough the first 4 times.
No,
Nito
I
must know all
completely
about birds
understand.
and bees.
I mean, I know a thing or
Um,
two about birds and bees.
As you guys are
All right.
discussing this, Barb and Hase arrive back at the inn. So everyone's at the inn now.
So what are we discussing? Yes, on Elven Red, if you have it. What's the topic?
Oh, of course.
Well, I'm going to provide a little bit of entertainment for the fine patrons here, in order
As is
to
right and proper.
help make up for the kerfluffle from earlier.
Hmm.
What are you going to be
Reasonable.
playing this evening?
Well, if anybody has some suggestions, or I, of course, have a few things in my repertoire.
Oh, I was just about to pause the music and it just stopped.
Ended?
Yeah, like
Perfectly timed.
perfect timing.
Good timing.
That was totally planned, guys.
Great
Okay, yeah.
timing.
Have to move look.
Hmm?
All right. All
So
right.
you have to do something?
Yeah, I'm just moving locations real quick, but I'm carrying
Oh.
my computer, so
Okay.
you don't lose me, but
Oh, right.
you can't look up things.
Did you guys want to take like a quick break, or do you want to
Well, this would be
keep
a good
going?
intermission point.
I'm good to keep going.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
good
will.
to
Like,
keep going.
Okay.
put people in
It's up to you
the.
guys.
So
We
what
should
kind
put
of
people in
music
their rooms.
do you generally play?
Oh, you know, the classics. Have you ever heard the bard Cyndi Lauper? I was such a fan of her back in the day. She was one of my favorites.
So mostly large hair bands.
Oh, there's some variety there.
Do you know anything by Tabaxi Perry?
Say that again?
Do you know anything by Tabaxi Perry?
Tabaxi Perry. That doesn't sound familiar to me. Is that one of those newer
Yeah, she's out of
bands?
Waterdeep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The barmaid comes back with your drink, and here's a Elven Red, and oh, I love your hair.
Thank you. I love the cut of your shirt. It's just so out there.
Oh, thank you. I dyed it myself.
It's very evenly done.
Oh, thank you.
And she's going to reach out. What color is the blouse?
It's like a light blue.
What color are her eyes?
Amber.
I'm going to, after I comment that it's very evenly dyed, I'm going to reach out and as if I'm going to like feel the fabric and use prestidigitation to turn the shirt into amber that matches her eyes and go, that brings out your eyes better.
She goes, oh, are you a magician?
At times.
Oh my, I love it. Thank you so much. Oh
You are
my.
welcome.
She kind of she gives you a hug.
Oh, that's gotta be weird. Okay. I give her a hug
Well,
back.
you
I'm
also just
like,
changed someone's shirt color. I imagine that's also kind of weird.
It's a little weird. And she says, "Hey, you guys wouldn't happen to be adventurers, are you?"
Well,
yes.
as a matter of fact, yeah.
Well, we have an adventurer in town. Do you like the cider, dear? She looks at Tornado.
This is delicious.
Oh, well, it's made by Darren. He is the orchard keeper of this town, and he's also a former adventurer. Perhaps you may pay him a visit if you're looking for stuff to do around town, maybe.
I would like that. Would there be more cider involved?
Oh, I'm sure he keeps some cider for himself. Probably the good stuff.
Ooh, the good
You might
stuff.
want to
You
pace
don't say.
yourself, dear. Remember, this is an inebriating beverage.
Oh, that's
Something
true.
to keep in mind,
That
especially
is
if this is
very
your first
true.
time.
Yes, no, I appreciate that. I didn't. No, I guess the fuzziness is what made me so. I like the cider because the way it made me feel. So I guess
You're
I
like
just thought,
feeling tipsy after like half a glass.
no, I'm not really sure what I'm feeling right now, but this is
It-
good.
Okay, dear. And then I'm gonna lean
In
to
school, we called
whatever
that
other
a
person
cheap
who's
date.
closest to me and be like, we need to keep an eye on him. He needs a designated good decision maker.
I volunteer.
Are you also drinking?
Yeah.
Will you be
leading the drunk.
my drinking buddy?
I can carry them both. I'll watch them.
Okay. Oh, and also just so you know, guys know, it's about 5 coppers per room. So I'm thinking 3 rooms could be 3 or 4 rooms. Is that
Oh, I
Yes.
won't need a room, so I can just hang out
I'll be on the
downstairs.
floor.
I'll pay 3 coppers. Tornado, you pay 2. I'll get the bed.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
fair.
that works. Yeah, that works. That works.
I'll pay the 5 copper.
all right? I'll pay 5 coppers as well to have my own bed. You know, these old bones aren't what they used to be. A good mattress.
Is it hardwood
So
floors
crucial.
or rugs or carpet?
It's wood floors,
Oh dear.
but
All
there
right.
We do have bedding.
You do have your pad.
you do have your
That's true.
bedroll.
I
Your
do have a
bedroll.
bed.
Yeah.
I do have my bedroll. That's a good point. All right then.
You just slept at the bottom of a ditch earlier.
Oh, that is true. I guess. Well, I didn't really.
It's your ditch
you
slipper
do
la
have a
ti
good point.
da. How hard are
You
the
do.
floors?
Highfalutin.
I want to find these punji sticks. Those are the comfort.
Right. I couldn't
Yeah.
help
Oh,
myself.
I would poo-poo
It
your
was just
hardwood
very
floors
comfy.
in favor of packed dirt at the bottom of a pit.
You know, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be in that pit for. I'm very thankful you picked me up and saved me.
Oh, no problem, dearie. I would have done it for anybody, but you know, especially for a traveling companion. Um, I think I owe these
I'm a
people a
companion.
song or two. You know, so is there a place that's like obviously a good performing?
Not particularly, but I mean, you could stand up on a table or a chair and
Oh,
Onto the
okay.
table.
get some
Can I
height.
lift the old lady on the table before
Certainly.
she says
Alright.
anything?
Holding the
Yeah.
other two guys. The other
Okay.
two guys transform out of one arm and then lift her up.
Whoop!
Ooh,
You are on
thank you-
top of a
thank you
table
for the
now.
lift. Thank you for the lift, my dear. My fellow companions on the road of life. Today is your lucky night because I am going to provide a little bit of entertainment.
Oops.
Now, before we get started,
Sound of a crowd
any
cheering.
requests? Do we want a love song? Do we want a happy song? Something to bring you to tears? Or should it be the bard's choice?
I like the bard's choice, but that's
Bard.
my call.
A voice nowhere near Hase shouts out in a deep masculine tone, "Play Free Bird!"
What is Freebird?
Everybody
Oh
who was
my
in the
God.
area where the sound came out is like, "What's
The
that?"
heck?
Oh
You
my
hear
goodness.
various requests around the room. Guy yells out, "Play the Goblin's Foot."
Okay.
Someone else
All
says,
right.
No, the Red Danube."
Wellerman.
Yeah, Wellerman.
Okay. Oh, the Wellerman. Okay. This
It's
is
good.
an oldie, but it's
Good drinking.
certainly
Good drinking song.
it certainly is making a reappearance. Okay. Do I actually have to sing it?
You don't have to if you don't want.
have
I
to.
can.
We can just have a rounding.
The winds blew up, about it
Don't know, blow my bully boys blow. May the weathermen come to bring the sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. The kind of some of the people break out singing with you, and let's say you make it through the rest of the song, and everyone's kind of cheering and dancing and swinging their drinks around, and as you finish, they all kind of applaud. Yeah!
And I will take a bow.
And
What are you accompanying your voice with, just out of curiosity? What is she's on
my
stage,
lute.
she's the center of attention. What does she
Lute.
play?
I have a variety of instruments, but I think I'll have my lute. Use my lute because that probably is the easiest
Fair
one
enough.
to sing with. And I'm like, what? I'm like, good question. What do I have? I have a lute and a pan flute. So yeah, the lute
Yeah,
is
probably
probably
the lute.
Oh yeah.
As
Oh, and also
you
I have a dulcimer and drum.
Nice.
My tools. So yeah, lute's probably the best.
as you finish your serenade, a kind of large woman comes up to you and says, "Oh, thank you, dearie. Can I get you anything to eat? My name's Trelina. I'm Toblin's wife."
Trelina, how lovely to meet you. How are things at the bar and with Toblin?
Oh, not too great, to be honest. We've
Oh.
well, here, come to this table. Let me get you some stew.
Okay, I can't say no to that. So I'm gonna
And-
hop off the table and
Yeah,
head
she
over to
sits you at the
other
table you were
table.
standing on,
yeah.
and brings you a large bowl of stew.
Goodness.
And says, "Yes, so we've had some trouble in town.
Oh.
There's a group of thugs, really, that have been causing trouble in town. They go by the Redbrands. And, I'm quite scared, actually. They not only do they make it hard for business, because, people are afraid to come to this town because of them, but the other day, something bad happened. They came by and they looked at my friend Thel's wife the wrong way, and he stood up to them and he said, "No, don't look at her like that. She's my wife." And the Red Bands pushed him, and he pushed back, and before I know it, it was covered in blood, and they killed him. They murdered him.
Poor thing.
And many people,
so sorry.
many people saw it, and they took it. They even took his body and took it away. God knows where. God knows where. And
Any of the rest of us hear this?
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you're kind of all in like the
Very
group.
subtly, just leaning in.
Yeah.
And she says, and my friend Myrna, his wife, she's been missing lately, and so are her children, and I'm just I'm a bit worried. I'm scared.
Oh, honey, it sounds like you have been through the ringer, you poor thing. Oh my goodness, when did this happen again? Yesterday?
Not yes. It was about 10 days ago.
A day ago. Oh my goodness. And Myrna and the children, how many children are we talking about here?
She has 2 children, a girl and a boy.
Oh.
Girl's a little older.
Oh. It's always good to have that balance. I have 2 girls and 2 boys myself. Oh, poor dear, you must be. Oh my goodness, that sounds so. I don't even have the words. Oh my goodness. Do you have any
Yes.
idea what these red brands? What are they even after? It's gracious.
Oh, they just harass people. They take money and they're trying to control the town, I think. The Townmaster, he's lazy. He doesn't do anything. And he just kind of lets it happen, you know? But I'm quite scared, you know, my boy. Hey, Pip! She calls out, and this little boy comes up. He's got kind of a little makeshift wizard's hat on, and like a little robe. And he comes up
You
like,
just
"Yes, Mama."
darling.
He says,
Oh my goodness,
Pip.
how old are you?
He looks at you. I'm 9.5.
That is a great age to be.
And when I grow up, I want to be a wizard.
Oh, you
And
do?
And you can see he's got some scruffy red hair, and he's holding like a wooden stick that he's kind of. This is my staff. I cast spells.
Hase is gonna lean over and say, "Can I see your wand for but a moment?"
It says,
It looks very powerful.
Yeah, but be careful. I don't want you to hurt people with
I
it."
won't hurt anybody. And Hase
Oh,
pulls a
has
couple
he-
little things out of her pocket and fiddles with it.
Yeah.
And she
I'm gonna
hands
lean
it back
over
to
to
him
his mother and say, "Has he seen people hurt with a wand before?"
And she addresses you. She says, "Oh no, but little boys, they have so many ideas, you know." And he's heard stories of wizards, and you know, his uncle actually was a wizard. Well, not a
Oh.
true wizard, but you know, he dabbled in the magic arts, and you know, I think he looks up to him. You know,
I
It's always
admire.
nice when we have
I
a good
admire
example.
Hase finishes
Yeah.
fiddling with it and hands it back and whispers in his ear the elvish word for light, which will activate it to produce a small amount of light on the tip.
Oh.
and then I don't know what that word is, but he says it, and he sees the light glow at the end of the tunnel. He says, "Oh,
If you say it again, it'll go out."
His eyes get real wide, and then he says it again. It goes out. He says, "Oh, magic!"
Your very own.
Cute. That was very well done of you, Hase. And so I'm gonna turn back to mother. I'm like, I can see why you're worried. It's, you know what, having a child's like having your heart walking outside of your body, and when there's danger, you know, you just can't sleep at night. Mine are grown, but I understand how anxious a mother gets.
Yes, I get quite worried, as you know.
Yeah,
I
so
could understand that, especially since I'm a warlock myself, so I know a thing or two about
Oh,
magic, and I'd say that
she
you know,
kind of
as long
grabs
as you-
as you mentioned you're a warlock. She kind of grabs Pip and kind of brings him a little closer to her.
I promise I'm not a evil warlock. I was taught by a sage.
Oh, okay,
You're a
okay.
witch.
Okay. Pip
So-
is gonna the kid's name is Pip, as you gathered. He's gonna run up to Hase, and he's gonna kind of talk just to Hase. He's gonna say, Thank you so much. I like magic, and you know who else likes magic?
Ooh.
My friend Carp. I have
Carp?
a friend, and you know what happened to him?
What?
And he kind of whispers in your ear. He found a secret tunnel,
Oh, and where was this tunnel?
but I don't know.
It's
But
a secret.
it's secret. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he told me he almost got caught. But it's secret. Don't tell anybody.
I won't tell anybody.
Okay, but I tell you because you gave me magic, and I thank you.
Do you think if Carp got maybe a little something similar, he might tell us where this hole is?
Yeah.
You tell me later on where I can find Carp, and we'll go talk to him later. For now, you have fun with your wand. You run around now.
Oh,
And as she kind of directs him to kind of run off, Hase is going to turn to the mom and go, so these Redbrands, would you say they have too much blood in them?
She looks at you and says, "Well, I won't say no to that."
We shall go remove it.
Oh,
On tomorrow.
oh, hi. Thank you so much. And then Toblin comes over, next to his wife and says, "Oh, I would greatly appreciate it too if you took out the Redbrands. They have upset my wife so much, and like they said, she has told you they murdered our local woodcarver, and the Townmaster does nothing. He does nothing. But
that's really messed up. I think it sounds like we have an adventure. I think we need to take out these.
They like.
baddies.
I would wait. I would not strike at night. They have a hideout, you see, but they do like to hang out by the Sleeping Giant Tap House on the east side of town.
Sleeping Giant Tap House. All right.
Do you think that this hideout is where they're keeping Myrna and her children?
Trilina looks at you and says, "It's possible. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. But it could be.
Well, it's something to look into.
But we don't know where the hideout is. You see, because no one's ever returned that went looking for it."
Well, perhaps when we're removing the blood from these Redbrand's bodies, maybe we might keep one a little bit hydrated in order to find that out.
See the previous example of the Goblin.
Okay, and Tobin looks. Wait, did you pay for the rooms yet or no? I don't think we had. So Tobin. So will you be staying the night with us?
Yes, we will. It's getting a little late, and I don't want to sleep rough.
How many rooms do you have available?
Oh, well, a gentleman came in earlier and reserved one, and we have 6, so we have 5 rooms available.
Good.
Okay. That should be.
How many would you need?
I think we're doing 4. That's Fernando and Poppy are sharing, and I think
That's right.
Barb and myself are going to have our own. Ladies need a little bit more room.
I need room because I'm big.
Okay, so 4 rooms?
Yes, sir.
4 rooms.
The gentleman from earlier, was he like a human male? Did you see where he went off to? We were traveling with him earlier.
Yeah,
he's had a rough time of it. Let me tell you.
He went in the back, and I haven't seen him come out, so he must have. He must have went to sleep or something. I don't know.
That doesn't. He was captured by goblins. It was real rough. Let me tell you.
Oh boy.
He deserves a good night's rest.
Oh, certainly.
Okay, so just for currency's sake, so it would be.
So total is going to be 2 silver.
Okay.
Because it's 5 copper for 4 rooms, so that's 20 copper, which is the same as 2 silver.
Should I take 5 copper off of mine, or?
Yeah, I think those of us who have our own rooms are paying for ourselves, and then I think that Poppy and Tornado decided to split the cost. So 3 and 2, because one of them gets a bed and one does not. Okay, so then that would be
3 rooms.
I'm removing 5 copper.
Well, aren't you getting your own room? So Hase, Gabella, and Barb are getting their own words.
Hase doesn't need a room. There's no beds attached, and she doesn't sleep.
That's true. So that would be 3 rooms then, I guess, if Hase is just going to stay in the bar all night.
Kick it in the bar.
I'm just going to chill.
Or she could chill in one of our rooms if she's not going to sleep, I guess. I don't want her to watch me while I'm sleeping because she's described me
on the other side of that would be really great. Just stay there and staring at you. Every once in a while, just, this is really creepy.
You don't want any privacy. You just want to sit in public.
I don't know what I need to do in private. They sell baths. She'll buy a bath, but
Okay, so then I
I'm
would
not
be.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out transference. So I'd be minusing a gold, which is 10 silver, and then a copper is
Wait,
there's
you
10
don't need
coppers per silver. So
Oh, I
She
would
doesn't
see.
have
end
any
up
copper. She only
with-
has gold.
Yeah.
I
You
only
can
have gold.
convert. It's 10 silver
So-
per gold, 10 copper per silver.
So I would
I have 8
end up
copper, so
with
just subtracting 5.
14 silvers and 5 coppers. Does that make sense?
Ah, math, so
Wait,
exciting.
okay, hold on. So you have 2 gold, right?
I have 46 gold. I am.
Ooh,
good
you're
for gold.
loaded.
So all you have to
I came
do,
from a store.
all you
I
have
had
to
a
do
really good
is
store.
subtract 1 gold,
Yes.
add 10 silver,
Yes.
and then subtract
5 copper, right?
2. Yeah. Well, yeah, and then 1 silver would be 10 copper. So you can subtract 1 silver, add 10 copper, and then subtract 5 copper. That makes
So
sense?
so I have 45 gold and 5 coppers as opposed to 46 gold. Okay. I think.
Well,
that
you
makes
have
sense.
you have 45 gold, 9 silver, and 5
Yes.
copper.
I forgot the silver.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yep.
God, conversions. I'm not a math teacher.
9 silver, 5 copper, and then minus 1 from whatever gold you had.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes
Math.
sense. Math.
Math.
That's why.
Mathematical.
Algebraic.
Ugh,
Geometry.
Rhombus.
this is more arithmetic.
Binomial.
Anything. Cartesian plane. See, I know math terms too. I don't teach it, thank God, but I know things.
Okay. Besides that, there are 3 other people in the inn. 2 of them are seated at a table, having, a discussion about something.
Is the gigantic piece meat?
That's everyone.
that's-
It's just like one.
Okay, that's everyone.
It's
I was
just
gonna
one
say,
token for everybody.
That's weird.
This is Barb.
There's counting.
You don't respect the barbarian.
No, whoever made this map just made like
That's
one thing for everyone, and then
That's
like
the scale.
all the NPCs are just like a little token. So
Okay, cool.
but yeah, was there anyone? Did you want to try talking to anyone else, or were you guys gonna call it a night?
Hase will end up talking to anybody who's there as long as she's in the lobby. So
Okay.
Well, I would like to kind of make idle chatter with a few people and maybe name drop that Gabella heard that there was some awful business earlier regarding some group called the Redbrands. Do they know anything about that sort of thing? So I want to kind of subtly gather information via small talk, as is the tried and true tradition of moms at PTA meetings everywhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna head up to bed,
Okay.
so I'm not an eyesore.
Poppy Tornado.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it enough.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be watching them. I'll stand behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Immediately,
you'll have a gnome in one hand and a halfling in the other.
scoop them up.
Poppy.
How do I feel after drinking that pint?
You can feel it definitely, but
Yeah.
it's up to you if you want to keep drinking or head to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna order another pint.
Okay.
I'll walk
Barb.
Tornado to his room
All right.
and then head back down to sit with Poppy.
Okay.
Thank you very much for carrying me. I think this cider, as they were saying, I wasn't expecting the feeling afterwards. So I appreciate you guys being there for my first time.
No problem.
Of course.
You're very light.
Light and lightweight.
Very portable.
That's a good thing.
Certainly. All right, so Tornado is tucked in for the night. Gabella, you said you were also gonna get some rest, or were you? Oh no, you were gonna stay and talk to people. Sorry.
I was gonna make some idle small chat.
That's
and
right.
See if anybody knew anything about the Redbrands or Myrna and her missing children. So, does anybody know anything?
Well, you would have to ask them. I'll just tell you, there are, let's see, 3 people left you haven't talked to yet. One of them looks like an old farmer with kind of long white hair. There's also a short dwarven man sitting with the farmer, talking to him. And then off to, kind of in a corner is kind of an older woman.
Okay. I think I'll start with the other woman in the bar because she's
Okay.
not talking to anybody. She's just sitting in the corner.
Yeah, she's sitting in
Or
the
what?
corner. She appears to be kind of like knitting something.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna slide on over and be like, "Oh my goodness, what is that you're making, dear?"
She looks at you and says, "Oh, sorry, I have a bit of a cough. I'm making hats for my grandchildren."
My goodness, how many grandchildren do you have? Oh, I'm so
Oh,
jealous. I'm not a grandmother yet, even though all
goodness.
of my babies are grown.
I think I have, let's see, there's Laurel, there's Porridge, Tom, Jean, 7.
Oh my goodness, what are their ages?
Oh, well,
Am I torturing you, Dan?
no, it's fine.
This is a thing that
Let me
happens
think.
every time.
Nora was just born a few months ago. We
So
have
sweet at that baby age.
we have Thane, who just turned 3. We've got Herman, who's, I think he's about 2.5. Clarissa is a little older. I think she's about 6, maybe 7. Elna, who's 8. And then we've got Golda, her sister, who's 9. And of course, Seneca, who's 11.
Okay. Well, earlier I got to meet Pip, Toblin and Trelina's little one.
Oh, yes,
And
Pip.
so do they so you know, do they play together? Ah, I just remember when my kids would play with other kids
well,
in the village and just
most of my grandchildren live in Neverwinter.
oh my goodness.
So there's only
I know them.
my daughter Lonnie lives here with Herman and Nora.
Okay.
The rest of them are in Neverwinter, but we see them from time to time. I
Yeah.
sometimes make
Hand on head.
make
You
a
just came
travel.
from Neverwinter, right? That's
Yeah. That was
where
the
we're,
big
like,
city
from, right?
that you kind of started
Okay,
outside of.
right. Oh my goodness! I just came from Neverwinter. That's around where I raised my children. I'm sure your grandchildren are a little too young to have shared grades with my kids, but what a small world.
Indeed. So what brings you into town?
Oh, we were just delivering some supplies for an acquaintance of ours, and stopped by, and oh my goodness, I was talking to Trelina, and she was telling me the most oh my goodness things. Something about what was the name? The Red Brand? She just talking. That's just not a safe. The way they're acting, it seems like that's just not a
Oh,
safe kind of way to be
oh,
acting, especially with children
no,
around.
I can't stand the Red Brands.
Have you run into them too?
Oh
Poor
yes,
thing.
I'm a weaver, as you don't know. My name's Frida,
Oh.
and the Redbrands they hassle every business in town, even mine. Except for the miners' exchange. They don't want trouble with Halia Thornton. She's
Talia Thornton. Who is
Halia
that?
is she leads she runs the miners' exchange. She's a strong woman, and they don't mess with her, but every other business in town they seem to try to have their way with.
That is just awful.
But
Do you have any idea what they seem to want other than causing chaos and threatening good, honest people?
you know, I don't really know. I'm kind of a simple woman, and I keep to
Oh, don't
myself a
say
lot,
that.
and so
Oh.
I don't really know what they want, but I do wish that they would kind of mind their own business, you know.
It's all anybody should ask. 'Cause the youths these days, they just have no respect, not the way they used to.
Back to the group. I'm gonna insight check this old lady.
Okay, give me a insight check.
That's an 11.
11. I mean, from what you can gather, she seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to be kind of giving any
She's not the
telltale
secret leader behind
lies.
the Red Brands or anything.
You don't.
I mean, the Red Brands are terrible.
The red. Oh yes, I love the red. I mean the Red Brands. Oh no,
Oh, so bad. Okay.
no. She seems like an honest woman.
Legit. Okay.
Um,
Well, I hope things start looking up, and oh my goodness, I hope that hat goes really well for which grandchildren is this one for? Is this one for the newborn
yeah, this one's for little Nora.
little Nora? And she's the one in town. Oh, that's so lovely. I miss my babies a little bit, even though it's been a while since they were babies, but
Oh, I
you
miss
know
them.
how it
I
is.
miss them too. Yeah. Well, not your
Ah,
babies, but my babies. You know.
Oh, I know what you meant. I knew what you meant. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it, dear. It was so nice chat.
Oh,
It's so
nice to
nice of
meet
you
you
to
too.
chat with me.
I must be going off to bed, but thank you.
Oh, I'm glad we had this
Oh,
talk.
and lovely performance, by the way.
So much. It's so nice to hear feedback. I appreciate it.
It's
dear.
nice. It's nice to hear people be happy in this town. So thank you for bringing them some joy.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, and so I'm assuming she's off.
Yeah,
So let's
she
see. The
heads
other
out
people.
for the night.
Yeah. All right. So the
How
other
are we
people
gonna
were
breach these two?
the old farmer
There's an old farmer and
dwarven man.
a
Right?
dwarven. Well, I'll tell you, he's a miner, but
Okay. Oh, so
They're
he
sitting
might.
together.
yeah, they're
The
kind of like across
bar?
from a table, kind of each with a drink in hand, some empty
Boyfriend.
bowls in front of them.
How do we play this?
Two bros sitting at a table 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Sorry.
So how do we play
Couldn't help
this?
it.
Do we play
Okay.
this? We show up with drinks. Do we play?
I'm just gonna walk right over and be like, "Hello, gentlemen. How did you like the performance earlier?" Gabella's not really the plan it out kind of gal. It seems like.
And you just walk away. She's
So
like, and then like head down, arms broken, just like annoyed teenager that has to come along with mom places. Just walks behind her.
the old farmer, yeah, looks up with you, kind of smacks his teeth. He says, "Well, I haven't seen a performance like that in a long time, little lady."
Oh, you flatterer, you. Oh, it's so nice to see people happy. On the road, it was just all sorts of unpleasantness, let me tell you. So,
Uh,
what are your guys' names?
Well, I'm
Maybe
North, and this here is Lennar.
South? Oh,
What?
you missed a good opportunity for a name joke there. Because if you're North, he could be South.
North, and this is South. Just joking.
Recovery.
And
You can keep that one for next time.
Okay, I'll keep that.
What are
Let
their
me
names again?
let me write that down. Hold on.
This is the farmer writing it down. The farmer's writing down the jokes I'm getting.
No, not that was me writing down. That wasn't the
This
farmer.
was Hayes telling the
funnier if
farmer,
it's
like,
the farmer.
that's how
okay.
you should introduce yourself. She was playing along
Well,
here.
So their names are Narth and Nar.
No, I'm Narth. This is Lenar.
Lenar. I'm sorry, old ears just aren't what they used to be.
Oh, hey, I can't hear worth a hoot. So, but I could sure hear you singing, all right.
Oh, you flatterer, you. I'm glad you enjoyed the performance. And Lenar, what did you think?
Oi.
I always am looking for critiques. I always want to improve.
I've heard better.
Oh,
But
any tips?
move more. Your voice is good, but you need to dance a little.
Okay, I'll have to practice that with the lute and the singing.
No, Narth looks
You
at him
must
and,
have seen some-
hey, Lenar, shut up, man. She was good, okay?
Oh, it's all right. I'm always looking to improve. Goodness, where are you from? What do you do? You must have seen some really talented bards. Eh.
He looks at his,
Back home in
I don't really know. Steve, where do dwarves come from? Out of character.
All over the Forgotten Realms of
Okay.
like
The
back
homeland.
back home in Stone Mountain castle fortress. We have lots of performers come from
probably
around the world. So I've heard a tale or two. But
How did you make your way here to Phandalin, all the way from Stone Mountain Castle Fortress?
well,
Good memory.
Probably the Sword Mountains is where his people would be from.
Yeah.
well, I'm a miner. So I came here to mine.
Who let this miner in a bar?
Not that kind of miner. I might be short, but I'm not a miner. I'm a miner. There's a difference.
There's no miners.
So, what
What
brings
are you
you?
mining up here?
See a
Oh,
major miner?
copper, iron, coal.
Good seams?
Hit or miss. Some days get good seams, other days get nothing. So, but overall, I've been profitable. Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Thank you.
What about you, Narth? Are you originally from this area, or did you make your way here like a
He
Lunar?
well, I've been a farmer all my life. I've been here about what do you think, Lenar, like 10 years? And he's like,
Goodness.
I don't know, man. I just got here a year ago.
What you farming this season?
this season, got some cabbages, got some potatoes, corn, and radishes. Love me some radishes.
A lot. No monocropping. That's progressive.
Oh yeah, like I said,
What a good crop.
I've been farming all my life, and I learn what works and what don't work. So
Yeah. I used to run a store, and let me tell you, variety, we love to see it. And I bet that everybody around here appreciates it too.
oh yeah. So what brings y'all these parts?
We were just bringing a delivery for an acquaintance of ours. So, we only just arrived here earlier today, but you've been here 10 years. Good gracious. You must
Oh
know
yeah.
everyone and everything. My goodness.
I see the comings and goings. I see people coming into town, leaving town. Some people move in, some people move out. Just the other day, I was, working my fields and came in town for a drink, and I saw our sister Dario. She runs the Shrine of Luck over there. She left town for a few days. She came back and she was looking pretty beat up. And I don't know what happened to her. I didn't want to ask, but I'm a little worried about her because she's been here a while.
My goodness. Do you think
I'm trying to. He kind of looks around and kind of goes up to your ear. I'm trying to hit that.
Oh my goodness. You're an adventurous
Finish
one.
the quote.
Sexually.
So is this also a once a season thing, or is this your first time?
Well, you didn't hear that. He just said that to
okay.
Gabella.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I was just talking to Trulina and she was telling me that there were these thugs in town that were causing all sorts of trouble. The red something. Do you think that they maybe had something to do with Sister Dario?
The Redbrands? Maybe. I don't know. But
Oh my goodness.
you might want to, I get a little shy when I try to talk to her. So I haven't got the courage up. But maybe y'all could try asking her what happened maybe.
Yeah, we might need to check on her. Oh my goodness. So have you had any other experiences with the Red Brands? It kind of sounded like
They come in and harass our town, businesses. A guy they knocked down one of my friends, the Thel, the other day, and I don't think he's getting back up.
oh no, I'm so sorry.
I didn't see it, but I heard they knocked him bloody, and
Oh,
I don't
state of the world today.
I don't
The
like
state
them.
of the
I don't like
world.
them one bit. They
We
make.
go and talk to this priestess. Should we say you sent us to her?
Oh, don't tell him. Don't tell her I sent you. She
Tell her that you're very thirsty.
Oh no! Don't say that.
I didn't know. I'm just asking.
Just-
My God.
It's she doesn't.
Don't mind her. She's young.
She's a goddess of luck. She's a priestess of luck, right?
Well, yes.
So you should try your luck to get lucky.
Oh, hot damn! You bring up a good point there. Maybe I will.
I'm older than I look.
Maybe I will. Well, you don't look a day over 16.
We'll go
Put
with
this
that.
miner in the bar.
Except for the fact that you can clearly see her ears. And
Oh, I didn't see your ears there. Sorry, my eyesight's been going a little bit lately.
that's
It
okay.
happens
I
to the
appreciate the
best of
compliment.
us. All right, so while that's going on, I want to turn to the Dwarvens and I'm like, oh my goodness, I just cannot believe what I'm hearing about these Redbrand fellas. It seems like everybody in town, some kind of story. And then I'm going to pause and kind of look at him expectantly.
He says,
What's yours, old man?
Yeah.
Red brands are bad, but you know what's worse than red brands?
What?
Orcs.
John.
Orcs? You have
Orcs.
trouble with orcs here as well?
Okay, because I mine these hills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went up north because I found a good scene. But
That's always lucky.
but I got ambushed by orcs. And
my
I made it out. I'm fast. So I ran away. But you gotta look out for them.
Oh my
So
goodness. Redbrand's in town and orcs out of town?
The town,
Oh.
if you go to the Townmaster, you can ask them about it. They're looking for people to take care of them, if you know what I mean.
The orcs or the Redbrand?
Well, both. But I'm more concerned about the orcs because that's where I work.
That makes sense. Does make sense. Okay, let me write that down. So,
Right, my
out of
notes.
character, hand on head. So, Redbrand wants.
yes. And
to get
GM
rid-
pro tip, Barb and Hase may have seen it, they may have not, but there is a posting outside the Townmaster's hall that is related to what he's telling you, just so you guys are aware.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So do these fellas have any more information that would be useful? Or can I determine?
The
Hey, old
farmer.
man, are you useful to me anymore? Get out.
The farmer looks at you guys and said, "Well, we got to get to stepping, but if you're looking for more information about them Redbrands, you might go see my pal Darren. He runs the apple orchard. It's over on
with the lovely cider. Okay.
Where is it? It's over on the west side of town. Yeah, he makes the cider. He's pretty sharp, and he might have some information for you. You know what I
We'll
mean?
go talk to him tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting dark, and you gentlemen certainly.
Would you look at
should
that?
be
We
heading
just
home.
got a raid from Yasik Zero. Thank you for the raid. I'm Narth, an old farmer. And hello, welcome raiders. We are just real quick, pause the game real quick. We're playing the Lost Mine of Phandelver. We're currently in the town of Phandalin, doing a little role play. So, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Welcome all the new people, and hope you enjoy the show. Okay, back to Narth, the old farmer. So yeah, as I was saying, just go pay Darren a visit, and he might be able to tell y'all a little more information about them Redbrands.
Oh, thank you so much. You've been so very helpful.
You're welcome. You're welcome, little lady.
Sir. Oh, you. Such a flatterer. Okay. So is there anybody else who I can grill for information or look for clues?
As they leave the bar, that was pretty much everyone.
Does Gabella kind of like look around with like clearly that look on her face, like who else can I grill for information? Like clearly goes from like super cordial rage of just like stern.
Let's exhaust all the options here. No, you talk to pretty much everyone in the inn.
We're just gonna be like, I think the well's dry.
There is actually one person left in the corner that is passed out drunk.
Oh dear.
So, but yeah, basically that's it for people in the inn.
So if he's passed out drunk, then he is probably not going to be of very much use to me.
Correct.
So I think especially if it's gotten dark, I think that is time for Gabella to withdraw and go to her room and take a long rest. I think.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hase, I think that you're the only one left who is not passed out.
Yes. So,
Hase. Still sitting. Is Poppy still at the bar?
Oh yeah, Poppy.
Yeah, I'm still drinking
Poppy.
here.
Forgot about
still
you.
Drinking?
Oh my goodness!
I've just been quietly listening in on everyone.
Sipping away.
Okay.
Is the barmaid still there?
Yeah, the barmaid is still there. She sees you finish your second pint and comes up. Is there anything else I can get you?
No, I think I'm all good on drinks tonight.
Good on drinks?
But maybe you can give me some information.
Oh, well, what do you want to know? Barmaid kind of flips her long blonde hair back as she's talking to you.
Are all the barmaids in Phandalin as pretty as you?
Oh, stop. But no.
Oh, I like her. Oh, I like her a lot.
So,
No, I'm of course the prettiest.
I
We
bet
we
you
we
are.
admire we admire a confident lady.
So, what are you doing working here?
Oh, well,
You should be
girls.
working somewhere where very wealthy people go. Where would that be?
Is
Um,
he casing the joint?
well,
Good gracious.
you know, this is kind of a quaint town. People here, kind of regular folk, you know, but people who have money, I would look at the merchants, you know, Barthen, um, and hold on one second.
Who's the
Bingen.
wealthiest man in this town? Or
I think
woman?
the wealthiest man would have to be the Townmaster, Harbin. He rigs the elections every year.
The coward.
I,
I've been hearing talk
I-
in the bar.
if I'm being frank,
He's
yes,
lazy.
he's a lazy son of a bitch. Yes, he is. But
I like her.
but enough about him. What
I like
about
her.
what about you? What brings
Ooh.
a strong man like you into a little bar like this?
I'm just on adventure right now.
Ooh, adventure. Well, I
Yeah.
told you about Darren, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, so he used to adventure like you, but tell me some stories of your adventures.
Well, just the other day I slayed probably 5 goblins.
5 goblins?
Yes.
Oh my, you're very strong.
Well, of course I'm very strong, but I'm also quite sneaky
Oh, a
and
sneaky
stealthy.
man.
And I use my clever.
You're not a coward though, are
clever-
you?
Of course not. I'm very clever in my tactics. You know, I have brawn to match this brain.
Oh,
You
the
know.
brain and the brawn. She kind of twists her hair a little bit. You smell a fragrant, you know, floral scent emanating from her hair.
Oh,
She kind of bends over and looks at you and says, "So what you doing this evening?"
sharing a room with that gnome.
Oh. Are you two
I think he's sleeping on the floor though.
are you two
Regretting not
a
getting
couple?
a room to yourself now.
No. He's I just met him the other day.
Oh.
I just, I didn't want him to sleep all by himself.
Well, that's
If
commendable.
you know what I mean.
So well, looks like you don't have a room for just the two of us, do you?
Do a roll real quick.
Doing a roll.
Yeah, no, Haste's patience is up. She walks up, slaps 5 copper on the counter and says, "Just get a room already, Jesus Christ." Fumbling, it's like 6-year-olds. Motherfucker.
Okay, how do you react to that, Poppy?
I shrug, say, well, how about it?
He's
Oh,
She
might
looks
be
at-
a bit of a
she-
mood
she look-
killer.
looks at you and
Jeez.
says, well, how about it?
Well, I'm gonna go up to that room that Hase just paid for. Thank you, Hase.
Here,
Welcome.
let me show you to your room. She walks in front of you, walks down the hallway to the room.
Look at Gabella.
Here you are.
It's so clumsy. It's just
So what time do you get off?
I
Whatever you decide.
have another hour.
I heard that too.
I can can get off whenever
Did you just
want.
now catch it?
Yeah. Depends how adventurous you are.
Yeah, you should definitely close up, and I will
My goodness.
wait for you.
I'm
Ooh.
already
And
gone.
maybe we can go for a walk or something outside.
I've realized Poppy can handle himself from this point.
Yeah, Barb is just like you're just like standing
Nope.
over in a corner, just like watching all this unfold.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm getting
Good thing Gabella's
judged.
in
I'm
her
getting
room.
judged so hard.
Your
Uh-huh.
entire
He's
party is well, I'm rooting for this lady. She could get it.
Okay, well,
just wanted
Gabella's
somebody to
already in
get
her
it.
room asleep.
Let's-
Gabella's already in her room asleep, but she would be hardcore judging.
she says, "Have a good night. Hope to see you soon."
Okay, and I give her a
Give her a what?
wink.
Okay.
The classic move.
You go in the room. The rest of you, Hase, Barb,
I'm
are
going
you
to bed.
you're gonna go rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
spent a couple hours in the bar, then head out to the forge and start working.
Okay. Hase goes to the forge. What are you working on? Your armor?
Yeah, the armor. Again, she needs to do her trance first, so she'll kind of sit back with a glass of wine and do her trance, and then when that's done, head out to the forge and just slowly start working on it.
Okay. So you head up to the forge. I should play like some nighttime music.
Yeah.
Should have
It's the
played that
Final
earlier.
Fantasy sleeping music.
Yeah. Let's try this nighttime forest.
Perfect.
Sounds peaceful.
Very peaceful.
All right, so about an hour goes by, Poppy, and you don't hear
Squeaking
anything.
from down the hall.
I'm just okay. I think I just fall asleep, honestly.
Yeah, after
Okay.
like 2 or 3 beers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just passed the fuck out.
So, right as you fall asleep, the door opens. She peeks inside, sees that you're sleeping, closes the door, and walks off. And all of you can take a long rest, although I don't think any of you need to.
Yeah, I don't think we need it.
But
Yeah.
just so you know, you take a nice long rest. And
Yay.
let's play not the nighttime music.
The
Give
morning
us some
music.
early morning music.
Early morning. I'm just gonna do the town.
That sounds good.
That's good because there's a rooster in that. I was a little concerned that it was the middle of the night and there were roosters.
Very
Okay,
confused
so
rooster.
let's start with Hase because you were working the forge in the nighttime. So you would have been awake for most of the night. What are you doing?
He gets up, he said around 6. So at about that time, if he's got stuff that he's going to work on, I'll leave him to his work and head back to the inn. As I'm walking through, I assume that there's general morning stuff. Is there a baker around? Do I smell baked bread?
Baker. You don't smell baked bread. So,
And if I walk through this,
Butcher?
Uh,
A candlestick maker?
I'll just do a quick walk around. I noticed like there's like center of town area.
you smell something, and it looks like it smells like it's coming from the inn.
Okay, I'm gonna walk past the inn to like that main central area.
Okay, like here.
And yeah, and that'll be a good excuse to see the sign on the front of the prison or jail or wherever it is, pull off those whatever signposts say talk about jobs so that we have the thing we can show to somebody.
Yes.
See, it's a job. It pays.
Yeah. So that oh, let me just see. I just want to see if it says anything about that. Yeah, so there's basically the Townmaster's Hall, posted on a board next to the front door is a notice written in common. It reads, "Reward, orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within." And it bears the town seal and an indecipherable signature.
So it doesn't have an actual price. I'll have to talk to him. Okay. And then if there's nobody selling anything in the morning in the center, then I'll wander to the inn. So I'll be sitting down there when everyone comes back.
So you go back to the inn. Everyone wakes up. And I'm assuming everyone is going to head to the common area. Yes?
Yes.
With all your...
I'd like to make my way out and go check on my goblin.
Okay.
I would like to order a hot breakfast and a hot cup of tea.
Okay.
Is the barmaid wearing the same outfit from yesterday, or has she changed clothes?
The barmaid is not there this morning.
Oh, thank God.
Fortunately for you. But yes, Toblin and Trilena are up, and they sorry, you said you wanted some breakfast? Gabella?
Yes, and a hot cup of tea.
Hot cup of tea, and they are serving porridge this morning.
I would love some porridge.
Okay.
I would also love some porridge.
All right. Porridge is all around?
Yes.
Breakfast. Woo!
Porridge is all around. Let's say, Barb, before you head out, you can't pass up a good bowl of porridge.
I'll grab a bowl.
To go?
I glanced around the center of town. No cinnamon rolls, unfortunately.
Oh, you can't win them all, but would you like some porridge? It's
I
quite
would love
good.
some porridge. Thank you.
Porridge for all.
All right. So I'm gonna drink my cup of tea and eat my porridge.
Okay. Barb, you said you wanted to head out to the...
Yeah, I want to head to the jail to check on my goblin.
Okay.
I don't trust this lazy man.
Hase, were you going to tell the players about the posting you saw now, or...
I'll probably go over breakfast, be like, so the farmer and the miner weren't blowing smoke. Looks like there's some kind of reward for the orcs. We should talk to the guy about that. Or you want to know how we're getting paid before we start. He'll probably start changing us otherwise. You're good.
Very good. Well, in addition to that, I wouldn't mind if we were able to talk to a few people about the Redbrand and see if we can recover Myrna and her 2 children.
And all their
Who are
blood.
missing. And all the blood, of
We
course.
need all their blood. We'll put it in
We
bottle.
need, well, not all the blood, because we need to figure out where they are.
Yeah, but
so we need-
the other ones have blood too. We need that blood.
That's true. That's true. So if we can check out, let's see. Oh my goodness.
I need to find a kid too. Excuse me. The little one mentioned him. He goes by Carp. Apparently, he knows about a secret place. I'm thinking maybe that could be a hideout, perhaps. You know, kids, they get into all sorts of places they're not supposed to.
That's true. And also, we might need to talk with Lady Luck, Mr. Dario.
Oh yeah, we need to get the farmer laid.
Well, I suppose someone should be.
Just because you went dry last night, that's not a problem. We can work on you next time.
Oh, honey, no. I have had enough of men and their lying, conniving, unfaithful ways. I am a solo woman act.
And as...
I understand that, but
Maybe you'll have better luck with the barmaid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That You've cut off half of them. You're done with that half. Now you try the other half.
The barmaid. She seems great.
She is thirsty.
She's a little young for me, dear, but I appreciate
Think of
the
all
effort.
you could teach her.
Not much if she'd be the first barmaid I'd tumble.
Think of all she could teach you.
This doesn't seem like an appropriate conversation to have over breakfast, and Gabella slurps her tea.
It's just us
Her
old
face
ladies.
turning red.
Yeah, Poppy's just sipping his tea this whole time.
You do notice, let's see, Tornado, and Poppy, well, actually, sorry, no, Poppy, you had your own room, right?
Yeah.
Tornado, you
Everyone
noticed
had their
that
own room.
the other room that Sildar was staying in, the door is open. And you walk by it on your way to breakfast, and looks like Sildar has left the room. Just a FYI.
Did I see him leave?
No, you were at
Okay.
the forge when he left.
Makes sense.
Tornado?
So,
Tornado!
No.
Oh, you're muted, Brian.
Really the darkest of timelines.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
go.
Sorry, my thing was muted.
Yeah, you were muted by accident, I think. We're just saying you saw that Sildar had left. It's the only thing.
Oh, bye, Sildar.
talking to us.
Well, you didn't see him leave. You just saw that his room was empty.
Oh,
We gotta meet up with him wherever he goes so that we can get paid.
yeah, right. We need to catch him.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
No?
Goblins have all of his stuff.
Oh, that's true.
All right. What would the party like to do on this fine morning?
Check on my goblin.
That's right. You did want to check on your goblin.
Let's check on Gert.
Does the whole party want to go?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
we gotta talk to the counselor guy anyway. The town.
And
Town
I don't think we
asshole.
want Barb talking to him on her own. That didn't go so well last time.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a good idea.
Okay.
Barb
So-
isn't a people Goliath.
More of a cow Goliath.
So once we find the town that is run by cows, she's our front man.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
more of a cow Goliath than a people Goliath.
So you approach the Townmaster's hall. It's got sturdy stone walls and a pitched wooden roof with a bell tower at the back. Like I said, there is the notice out front about the reward for orcs near Wyvern Tor. And as you enter the building, you see the Townmaster from, well, Hase and Barb notice the Townmaster they saw last night, as well as Sildar, and they are engaged in conversation as you walk in. Sildar appears to be dressed in normal clothes, with a short sword at his side, and he sees you enter, and he says, Haben, these are who I was telling you about, who rescued me. Please come in. I have my reward I promised you. And he hands over 50 gold pieces in a small pouch to the group for escorting him to Phandalin.
I imagine we already discussed this earlier, and it's just 10 per.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That works. You can all add 10 gold pieces.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Harbin
So you
sees
two know each other.
Sildar goes, well, we've met, yes. We're not, I wouldn't say we know each other quite so well, but I am trying to establish order in this town, and the Townmaster seemed as the appropriate contact for such an endeavor. And Harbin says, yes, I know.
Speaking of, we saw the writ outside. It says inquire within, so I'm acquiring within.
Oh, the notice?
Yes.
Yes. I am looking for people such as you to take out a band of orcs near Wyvern Tor.
So it says.
Yes, if your group can manage to achieve this endeavor, I will offer 100 gold pieces to any group that can take care of them for me.
And is that each, or is that as a whole?
100 gold to the group, total. Not
That would
each.
be 20 gold each.
That's not bad at all.
Do you know how many orcs there are?
At least 5, but I don't know the exact number. I just know there's a band of them, and typically a band is like 5 to 10, I guess.
Do you have a location where they're based out of, or just a general area?
Wyvern Tor, and he kind of
Got a map or something?
he pulls up a map. I think actually, yeah, I can show you over here.
General area over this way. That's fine.
Wait, is it on here? Maybe it's only on the DM map. Well,
That's fine.
Oh, that's right. It's in the Sword Mountains, I think.
Okay, so
like
somewhere
kind
in
of
there,
in
that's
the
fine.
mountains.
As long as we know where
he
it
kind
is,
of marks
that's
the
important.
general area where they could be. They don't know exactly where, but will kind of indicate. They're kind of about in this area. You may have to search a little bit to find them, but shouldn't be too hard for a capable group like you.
We are at that. How's our goblin doing?
Oh, I think he's dead. He hasn't been moving.
No! I want to try and wake him up.
Okay. How?
Just want to go in and shake him a little, see how he responds.
Well, it is locked. You'd have
Unlock this gate.
Very well. He unlocks the gate, and you can see the goblin kind of just laying motionless on the floor.
Still tied up?
Still tied up.
All right. Is he? Can I tell if he is dead?
Give me a nature check. You don't even need a nature check. You could, I guess, check his pulse, which maybe would be a medicine check, but
Sure.
sure. why
Medicine
not?
against possible deception?
18.
Ooh.
18. He is still breathing and has a pulse.
All right.
Goblin not dead.
I'll leave his hands and feet bound, but I'll remove the rest of them and carry him gently. I might need to go get a bag to carry him in.
Carry him where?
Like bridal style.
What? Do you want to try?
Bridal carry.
Do you want to try to wake him up first?
Yes.
Okay. How?
I thought he was unconscious, not just asleep. I'm just gonna shake him a little, just gently nudge him, see
You
if I
shake
can
him
if I can wake him up. Good. I saved porridge for him.
He opens his eyes and
You again.
I brought you food.
Oh. But he kind of looks at it longingly, but his hands are bound. But he kind of shoves his face into the bowl. And
Hey,
Good
all
boy.
right.
aggressively eats the porridge. In about 5 seconds, the bowl is clean.
Wonderful.
Says
We'll grow nice and strong.
He says, which in Goblin means, thank you, but can you please let me go? I'm
Not yet.
scared.
Well,
Will you join our
Goblin?
adventure? Oh yeah, I don't speak Goblin. I don't know what he's saying. Good Goblin. Just gonna give him a nice pat on the head.
I'm gonna. Hase is gonna go like, yeah. Oh, you were a bit of a ruffian. You know if there are any orcs in the area?
He says, oh, orc?
Really, really big goblin.
Big goblin? Mountain.
Do you know where in the mountains?
Oh,
Have you been there?
no.
Do you know where any other goblins are?
If I tell you, can I go?
I'm gonna switch back to common and go. It wants
Yes,
to be released
go
if
to
they tell us where
negotiate.
the other goblin encampment is.
Say again.
It wants to be set free, but it knows where another goblin encampment is. Do we trade one
Do
for
we
the other and
want
let it go?
to go into Goblin territory?
No, we
I
should
mean-
threaten it until if it doesn't tell us where it is, then we'll kill it.
We need to find the other goblins because that's where the dwarf who hired us is. Remember? They moved
Oh
him.
yeah, we still have to save him.
Yeah. So finding out where that is might be worth it.
Ah, yes, the main plot.
Mm-hmm.
Ace remembers.
Pepperidge Farm
Farm
remembers.
remembers. Remember when you tried to get that farmer lucky? Ace remembers.
All right, I think we should hold on to him for a bit.
Please.
I just hear gurgling.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
good Goblin.
What
Trying to
should I
feel
tell
sorry for
him?
this poor goblin.
What should I tell him?
Maybe later. Alright, so
Tell him that we'll kill
well,
him if he doesn't tell us.
But will we?
He did try to kill us.
Like he's in no position to negotiate with us, right?
Very well then. Turn to face him. I'm the boss, right?
Yes.
Again, in Goblin.
You absolutely are, Hase.
Yeah, I'm the boss.
Yep.
You saw what I did to your boss?
He recalls the image of the bugbear's head rolling on the ground towards him. Yeah.
Tell me where the rest of the goblins are. I'm the boss. You do what the boss says. That's the deal. When you're the boss, we'll all do what you say. But until then, I'm the boss.
Okay. Can you give me either intimidation or persuasion? Your choice.
Yeah, I believe they're both the same. So we'll try intimidation simply because that's
Trying to be intimidating.
yeah. That's
you're the
the move
boss.
I'm doing. I'm gonna kind of lean back towards Barb and be like, just look really angry.
Can do.
Okay.
If Barb wants to help you,
Be intimidating?
you can.
Yeah.
It'll give you advantage.
Alright, can I hold him very, very high?
Sure.
Upside down?
Yeah.
Just...
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. 17.
17. So he.
Oh, okay. I tell.
And I hold up the same map that was that Hase's map that she just carries and is like has the little circle for where the orcs probably are.
He looks at that. It says, "Oh, I can't read, but
It's pictures.
okay." Okay, you know where we were?
Yes.
My home, where I killed my family. Okay, go there. Go.
Towards the sun or away from the sun?
Sun come up. You go towards shade.
Okay.
And
so away from the direction the sun comes up.
but a little towards sun. He's trying to tell you in Goblin, northeast.
Okay. And
The
Haze will
go long trek.
How many days?
One day.
Okay.
But in woods. Trees. Many trees. Castle.
A castle. That.
Old castle.
And what traps do you have outside the castle?
No traps outside. But
I'm going to do an insight check on that one. Yeah.
Okay. Insight check.
Hard to read him. Not sure. Okay.
You're not sure if he's telling the truth or not, but he does say, leader, Grawl.
Grawl?
Grawl. King Grawl.
King Grawl, okay.
King Grawl.
Is he big like the old boss was?
He bigger.
Bigger.
Oh.
Tusks? Big bottom teeth?
He looked like Clark, but bigger.
Bigger bugbear. Good. You've been a good minion.
Very good.
I relay that to the rest of the group. Yes.
Goblin have idea.
Yes.
Never mind.
Oh, I want to hear it.
I
Please,
don't
share it.
remember.
You don't remember? It was a good idea, then you forgot? That happens.
What did he say?
He had an idea and then he forgot it.
Bullshit.
Instantly switching to good cop versus bad cop. I'm gonna give Poppy the eyes to like pull his dagger and like threaten him. I'm gonna be like,
I pulled my dagger out and I put it up to this goblin's throat. Put it up to Bjorn's throat.
I like this goblin. Can I hold him slightly out of reach?
I'm gonna fake it in the way of Poppy. Be like, I can only hold him back so far. Try and give Poppy advantage.
The goblin goes, and then the goblin faints.
Oh crap! You know, I didn't know that would happen. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, we got some info. And now we don't have to let him go or kill him at this point because he's all tied up.
Still useful.
And from this
Good Bjorn.
mob interrogation, Hase is gonna look over towards the knight and the townmaster. So, is there any reward for getting rid of a goblin-infested castle?
So, hold on one second.
Hase all business.
Yeah.
Mob interrogations around. So
Sildar looks at you and says, yes, the Cragmaws. I believe he may have just given you directions to Cragmar Castle, yes?
But it sounded like he called it a castle, and they're the Cragmar goblins, so that would seem to lie.
Okay.
Skins.
That's a big threat to the town. I was talking with the Townmaster this morning. If you can go to Cragmar Castle and defeat this King Grawl, or whoever it may be, defeat him, and look for Gundren while you're at it, because I have reason to believe he was taken there. We will give your party a 500 gold piece reward. Because this
Pretty good to me.
This is of paramount importance to me, to the Lord's Alliance, and to this town.
I think that can be arranged. As Hase quickly has like a little like notebook, and it literally just has current jobs.
And so he looks at you and says, Splendid. I look forward to hearing tales of your success.
You'll hear them from her, and points over at Gabella.
Yes.
She
Perhaps
tells the best stories.
perhaps with a melody to accompany them. I overheard your singing last night as I was dozing off.
That's very kind of you.
Well, it did kind of wake me up, but nevertheless, it was a nice voice.
Appreciate it, dear.
Also, I have... Sorry, go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, go ahead, dearie. You might be answering the question before I even ask it.
You do remember I told you about my comrade, Iarno. How he was supposed to come to this town, and he came here about 2 months ago. I asked around, and people don't seem to know where Iarno went to. What I have gathered is that he was here and was exploring the area around the abandoned manor at the east end of town shortly after arriving. If you could investigate this for me, and see if you can find him, or, gods forbid, what's left of him, I will be able to offer you a substantial sum as well.
Fine, substantial.
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with this.
If you are able to find him, and also, well, or if you find out who may have done him in, and if you're to take care of them for me, I will give your party an additional 200 gold pieces.
Okay, yeah.
I do suspect that the Redbrands have something to do with his disappearance.
Speaking of them, is there any reward for
What
dealing
makes
with-
you think that?
Oh, I'm sorry, please, yes.
No, go ahead. That's an important thing to know too.
The Redbrands in general, is there any kind of bounty on them?
The Townmaster Harbin looks at you and says, No, I do not want you to deal with the Redbrands. It's fine. I'm doing a fine job.
Yes, you are. You're absolutely doing a fine job, as we can see. This town is running well.
They're
Deliveries are
just...
coming in.
All the Redbrands are is they're just a mercenary guild, and really they're not that much trouble. So please just ignore them. It's fine.
Understood.
Bella is looking at this guy with great suspicion and wants
Oh,
to,
yeah.
and is wondering if he has some sort of deal
Of course he
with the
does.
Redbrand. So can
Um,
I roll an insight check to
You
see
can.
if he is a lying liar who lies?
Sure.
Deception, mother.
He might be a
hugger.
lying liar who tells the
I-
truth, though. It would be rare, but
A lying liar that
Ooh.
proves.
I
There we go.
with a
have
20,
30-20, 17 plus
Gee,
3.
nice.
you
Well
can
done.
tell that this guy is, well, frankly, incompetent. And he seems to be intimidated by these red brands. And he's scared that if he were to have someone try to deal with them, that they would come for him and take him out and assume control of the town, and he doesn't want that to happen. So he's scared of them, basically, is his reasoning for why he doesn't want them dealt with, but he's playing it off
But
as
he's not-
in saying that they're not very important.
So you may be able to push him on like the down low, say we were hired by somebody else or something.
Just a thought, dearie, is so you're saying that the red brands are fine as is, so there's no need for the town to reward anyone for dealing with them. But if unrelated to the town and its running government, if they were to be dealt with, would that be so bad? Would that be too
Sildar,
terrible?
hold on. Okay, so I messed up a little bit.
Okay.
I told you I would give you
All right.
200 gold for discovering what happens with Iarno.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually supposed to be for eliminating the red brands.
Okay.
So retconning a little
For
bit.
finding Iana, what was Iana?
That's just kind of like a favor to do for Sildar, but he's gonna say he will give you 200 gold for eliminating the red brand threat. Sorry, that was my fault.
That's fine.
It's all good.
He looks at
Although I will
Harbin.
say is I don't listen.
Harbin, you
I
fool!
don't like
We
it.
must deal with these red brands if we want to secure this town's prosperity and security. Come on, man. Think with your head. Don't be a coward. Look, I'll give you 200 gold pieces if you go and take out the red brands. And please look for Earno for me. I would very much like to know what happened to him.
Keep an eye out for him, dear. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Oops, that got a little creepy at the end. Sorry.
A little bit, yeah. I'll try.
I'm sorry, dear. That was a little appropriate of me. I'm not so good first thing in the morning. Still waiting for the tea to kick in.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I'm a coffee man myself.
How do you get your hands on that?
I asked for it at the inn. They have
I didn't
coffee.
even know that
He's
was on
clearly
tap.
a very powerful man. Getting a hold of coffee is
Okay,
well within his
expensive.
means.
It's expensive. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, it seems to me that we should be looking around for whatever can lead us to these Redbrand fellows. And then hopefully we'll be able to recover a few missing people.
Indeed.
Certainly a lot to do.
I also have heard that they frequent the sleeping giant tap house.
I've heard that as well.
That may be a good
We've heard
may be a good place to start.
I also heard that a certain Sister Dario was out of town, missing for a few days, and then returned up all sorts of beat up. I wonder if she knows anything.
Harbin says, "Well, if she did, she'd be at her shrine of luck. She never often leaves it."
Okay, let's see. So what's closer, the tavern or the shrine?
Well, the shrine is closer because it's like right over here. The tap house is closer to the eastern end of town.
Okay, and it is first thing in the morning. So do they hang out at the tap house first thing in the morning?
Oh,
Seems
there's people there, you know, all hours of the night. They might be sleeping, but
and they're not much use to us right now. So I vote that we go to Sister Dario.
Have we
sounds good.
gathered that the knight gentleman is local, or is he a visitor from out of town? He seems to know the guy, but he seems to be going through the town leader for everything.
seems to know which guy. Harbin?
Yeah.
No, he had just met Harbin this morning. He was trying to play it off like he kind of knew him because he's trying to seem like important, but yeah, he's new to this town. He hasn't really been to Phandalin before.
Okay. So the Townmaster that I'm gonna say one more thing before we head off.
Yes.
The little one over at the inn mentioned that it was a friend of his name day soon. I wanted to stop in and see if I could get them a little something. Do you happen to know where a little one by the name of Carp lives?
Carp. Yes, that's Colleen's little boy. Colleen Alderleaf. She runs a farm in town.
Thank you.
Yes.
I assume we get like basic directions.
Yeah, she lives over here.
Okay.
Down this road. Go up to the town square, make a left, follow the road. She's at the end of the road. Now, if that is all, I have some very important business dealings to attend to.
Of course. We wouldn't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you.
Well, you already have, so.
Right.
And under my breath, I'm gonna be like, how rude.
Yes.
How dare he?
Sildar says, I apologize for the Townmaster's unpleasantries, but I do wish you and your group fair journey, and I hope you fare well in your endeavors. And please report to me about Aarno if you hear anything or find anything.
There's only one chair in this room, right? It's just like one chair and a table.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
In a jail cell.
smack it as I walk by out the door. Anytime somebody sits in the chair, once again we're trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty.
Okay. So you set that little trap.
That is eternal. That goes off until I make it go away.
Oh
so
my
literally,
God.
every time he sits down, it just goes off.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, as you leave the building, you hear your cart. We're trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty. We've been trying to, and you just hear the what the bloody, and close the door.
Funny.
All right. What would you guys like to do now?
What do you guys think?
I think
The
that we should
temple
talk
is
to
right
Sister
there.
Dario at the Shrine of Luck. So,
Not a bad
Gabella,
idea.
just start walking
All
over.
agree?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't
Go
wait for them
to the
agree, I just start
shrine
walking
of
over.
Luck. So this is a fairly small temple. It's made of stones taken from the nearby ruins. And as you enter, You can see a woman kind of kneeling in a kind of on the floor, pointing at the back of the shrine where they have a large kind of golden figurine of a woman deity. Tornado notices that it's the same woman as the amulet that he purchased recently.
What you looking at, Tornado?
I was just thinking about what we just heard regarding the amulet.
Who wants to take point on this one? I'm not particularly.
Well, Gabella will walk up and be like, "Hello, are you Sister Dario?"
Oh, hello. As you approach her, you notice that she is a young elf with long platinum blonde hair. She's of average height and weight for an elf, and she's wearing traditional acolyte robes with a soft smile on her face. And she looks at you and says, "Oh, visitors, welcome to the Shrine of Luck. Fortune favors the bold. How can I be of service to you all?"
Well, I was talking last night with a nice gentleman who was named Narth, and he seemed somewhat concerned about a little trip that you may have made earlier. And he said that you came with all sorts of bruises and such. And I was wondering, mind telling us a little bit about how that happened?
Yes, well, how to put this? My superiors, they asked me to undertake a delicate mission. You see, there's a banshee who lives nearby. Her name is Agatha. And my superiors wanted me to have her answer a question about a certain spell book. I sought her out, but she didn't appear for me, unfortunately. However, I had an idea. If perhaps you would be able to help me?
What we do?
Let's hear that idea.
Well, I've been doing some research in the past few days, and I've learned that banshees sometimes respond to gifts. And so if you were to bring her a suitable gift, then perhaps she may appear for you and answer a question for you. So I have here a jeweled silver comb, and I'd like you to go to Agatha's lair, present her with this gift, and answer a question about a spellbook. Specifically, we're looking for the location of a spellbook that belonged to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. I believe if you flatter her vanity, you may be able to trade this comb for an answer. And I don't have much of value, but I could give you some of our supplies. I can offer you 3 potions of healing. if you were to be able to lend your services to me.
Well, I certainly don't have a problem with helping you out, but I'm still not sure. How did you get so beat up on your way home from seeking out this banshee?
It's a bit of a journey to her lair, and it's in a place called Coneyberry, and she points on the map to is it on here? Yeah, up here. She says it's a bit of a journey to there. Several, couple days travel, and I was chased by orcs, and I ran very fast through the woods, and kind of scraped myself around the brush and fell a few times. And so I made it out of there okay, but I was a little worse for wear, I
I'm
will
sorry to
admit.
hear that happened to you. Well, so sorry that happened to you, dear. While you were out and about, I don't suppose you heard anything about a group called the Redbrand, and maybe
Oh,
where they might be.
the Redbrands are in town. I don't know where their hideout is, but they do tend to gather around the east end of town.
So it sounds like she doesn't have, hand on head, sorry, a
Huh.
lot of answers about the Redbrand, but she has another side quest for us.
Hey,
Correct.
every quest is a side quest.
True. But she does say, but I would like to rid the town of the Redbrands because they certainly abuse their power, and that's not something that I stand for.
I really hope that we can help out with that.
Would would you be able to help me out with the banshee?
Of course.
Oh, splendid! Thank you so much.
However, we are currently on another job, so it may take some time.
Oh, that's okay.
Time sensitive. Oh,
No, it's not. It's not particularly. I mean, they've been searching for this book for ages, so certainly take your time if you need to.
all right. Just so you know, if that's okay with you, then we'll gladly help you out.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And it can get cold sometimes. Do you ever find a time that it's just a little, but the chill's getting into your bones? Give Narth a stop by. I'm sure he'll find a way to warm you up.
Oh, she kind of blushes a little bit. Oh, Narth, you say? I'll keep that in mind.
He was very worried about your health when you came home a bit beaten up.
Oh, well, that's
He was
very.
telling us he was ready to go and take care of the brigands himself. He was so angry.
Well, that's very chivalrous of him. Well, please stay if you'd like. And don't know if you worship Timora, but if so, we do have a shrine here. It's very lovely. I do keep up, and she hands you a pamphlet that has some religious stuff on it about
lucky today?
Timora.
Consider
Yeah, it
Timora.
says on the front, "Are you feeling lucky?"
There you go.
And she says, let me send you off with a prayer." And she kind of closes her eyes, clasps her hands together, and says, "A copper to the lady returns tenfold in gold." And kind of bows her head and says, "Best of luck to you."
So, Gabella
Can
is
I give a
going
copper to
take
the
a hint.
lady?
Yeah, I was gonna give a copper to the
I was
lady.
Yeah,
very
there's a
convinced.
yeah. There's
I'll give 2
I mean, a
coppers.
copper's not too much, and it pays to
the
be
shrine
polite to
the
other
shrine
people.
is actually like a fountain that you can toss
Okay.
coins into.
Yeah, I'll toss one in.
Okay. I'll toss one in as well.
Same.
Not
Copper?
particularly a follower of her, but you know,
Okay.
And you
can't
know
hurt.
what? It doesn't hurt to be polite to other people's gods. I think.
Exactly.
Can't
Tornado?
hurt.
Anything?
Unless they're impolite or nasty gods. That's
Um,
different. Oh,
There are some of those.
that's true.
you know, I'm with the majority. I'm with the collective.
The collective.
Yeah, the collective
The
mind.
collective has chosen.
The collective has chosen. I'm observing. I'm trying to learn because I thought about the other night and I thought about the adventures and realizing um, I'm still very new to all this, so I'm absorbing and learning.
Okay. You all toss a luck and or toss a luck. Toss a coin into the shrine of
I
luck
tossed
and
2.
oh, you toss 2. Okay. And Sister Gariel says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate your donations. And may it be returned to you tenfold."
Right. So I think the best thing to do next would be to go to that east side and found the sleeping giant and
Yes.
see if anybody is doing anything.
You all
Yeah.
Just up
agree?
and about. So
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
I am
All
let's
right.
ready.
go
Yeah,
liberate
I'm
some
ready.
blood.
So, you head on the east side towards the Sleeping Giant Inn. And
That was a tap house.
oh, sorry, tap house. Well, wait, is
It's
it?
only
Yeah,
whether or not it's an inn depends on how
the
drunk
Sleeping
you get.
Giant. It's just gonna be the Sleeping Giant. It's not an inn actually. It's just a tap house.
That-
It's
But
the
as
bar.
you approach this, two kind of thug-looking guys in red cloaks approach and says, "Ah, what are you guys doing here?"
Okay. Well, who's asking? I'm not sure that we've been previously acquainted. My name's Gabella, by the way. What's yours?
I don't care what your name is. We don't want you here.
Well,
You
how
best-
do you know? You don't even know me.
You best
I'm
be
a very good
turning
bard.
around before things get ugly.
Well, what do you mean? Why would
What's
things
with
get
all
ugly?
the hostility?
Yes, it seems.
Yeah, why would you
Doesn't
talk
seem like a
to
good way to make friends.
a mature woman like that?
Look, I don't care about you guys. I just want you to get out of here.
Well,
Why?
what's the deal?
Because I don't like you. I don't like new people.
Well, maybe if you get to know
Sounds
me,
like a
then you'd like
personal
me.
problem.
I think you're about to become a personal problem.
I like all of your
Hey,
nice
can you
little
kick his
red
ass?
cloaks.
What'd you say?
It's really nice when I said I like your nice little red cloaks. It's so nice when couples dress similarly.
Oh, we're not a couple. He pulls a sword out from his hip. Now, like I
That is
said,
well made.
you better be.
Are you threatening us?
Hey,
Were you showing me the craftsmanship?
I
or
wasn't
threatening us?
talking to
I have a hard
you.
time You weren't?
No. So you
That's
best
very
be
rude.
shutting that lip, little lady.
Ask him the
There's
question.
no need to be rude.
Hey, why are you so rude?
Excuse me,
Why
sir.
gotta be
How much
so
blood would you
rude?
say is in your body right
Someone ask
maybe
him
we
the
could be of use to
question.
you. Maybe we could be of use to you, and you go and brush us off as if we're some, strangers. I mean, I guess we are technically strangers.
All right, you know what?
but-
I've heard enough. Boys, let's get him. And with that,
Oh, is it?
we're gonna go ahead and call it a wrap for tonight.
What?
Unless you guys really want to do the fight, but it is
I need to be
pushing.
up in the morning.
It is pushing 11:30. So
Oh,
with that,
jeez.
when we return, you all will roll initiative, and we will pick things back
We
up
will
from
fight.
there.
All right, perfect.
This is why I run games on
Ooh.
Fridays, because
Yeah.
I want to really play, but like I got work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
work as well.
Yeah.
I
So
gotta work
man.
now.
thank you guys for being here. Everyone in the stream, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for all the raids and follows and whatnot.
Let's go check out the silly drawings I did.
Oh yeah.
I do need to check that out.
Oh, in the
I
Discord.
posted them in the I posted them in Discord, and I also posted them on Twitter.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Well, here is a Discord, and I'll also put a link to players. And there's Echo. You can follow her on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you next week on Wednesday.
When
Oh
we
gosh, it's gonna be
annihilate these
October.
guys.
October
Yeah.
6th
Those were
at
fighting words. It's about
7:30
time.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, thanks guys for playing, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Peace out.